Let's start the motherfucking yo, bitch. Let's do this, people. Come on. I shoot birds at the airport. Everybody hates birds, right?
Yourself. 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 Yourself.
What do I look like? A guy who's not lazy?
I'm a potato.
It's free to join the party, one of joining feels 40 pounds, and in the monthly payments at 42 pounds a month for the first month, then it's 18 pounds for 1 month, and then 43 payments of 92 pounds.
You can lifestyle making you tense and impatient.
Play some games.
Hello and welcome to episode 600 of the Veteran Gamers Podcast.
Yeah, 600 people. We made it. I'm Duke.
I'm Stu.
And I'm Chinny.
Yay. And Stuart made that wicked remix of our theme song. Well done, Stu.
Well
Yes,
done,
mate,
Stu.
I've got to say, can I just say that took me about 10 minutes after I
Oh,
had a
look
shower.
at you, bragging.
Because I was
Don't
just
say
like,
it
like
like
that.
that.
Say
Something
it
to throw
like it took you
together,
6 hours.
whatever.
Put some flour on your face, as W. Kamau Bell said. Also, let me say to you about this, Stuart.
Fuck yourself.
Yeah.
There you go.
Brilliant.
It was a very good use of that sound clip, I
Yeah.
thought.
There was a lot of
Really-
fucks in that intro.
Yeah.
Just
Yeah.
gotta
This
say.
is not a show for children, especially. Usually we're not. But especially, and by the way, we're not military veterans. We're veterans of the gaming lifestyle.
Yeah, and we stream every week on Twitch and YouTube, blah, blah, blah.
We
Blah, blah,
do. I can't
Yeah.
believe
I
600
noticed that you did what
people
I do,
flipping
or what I still do it. I think Chinny probably did this too with video editing. There's all these different effects, and so like you kind of go through them one at a time. And so like there's a part where there's the flange, there's a part where there's the pitch shift,
Yeah.
there's a part where
Yeah.
whatever. It's fine. Like it's cute. It sounded good. So
There
You
you
just,
go.
you just
well
add in
done. Something
effects
special for a special
laugh.
show.
I'll be honest, like I say, there wasn't a lot
I
of
just
time.
threw it
when
again.
I thought about it.
This old thing.
Yeah, I just did
Yeah.
it. This, yeah.
I just wanted to
you
sound
know,
a bit crazy, you know. For
I
600
sneezed and I had a
shows.
remix. You know,
I did.
The
I
beat
did.
was great. I really like that beat. It's,
Yeah, I added a bit of beat behind it. Did you know what that was from?
yes, I noticed. That's why I said I like the beat.
Oh, what did you think it was from?
I didn't know it was from anything. I just thought you made a beat.
No, did it? That was from the intro to In the Air Tonight.
Oh,
by Nora
okay.
Sure. So there you go. That's where
I got you.
I stole that
Very nice.
intro. So we'll probably get
Yeah.
a copyright strike for that. Who knows?
And as everybody knows, this is not just our 600th episode. It is also
No.
Independence Day for the United States. So I have a special sound clip that I think encapsulates the very positive relationship that we've been able to develop between the United States and the United Kingdom
Correct.
since
I like it.
1776.
I like it.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Brilliant.
In your faces.
That's
I mean, I
totally
don't
it.
want to, I don't call names. I just, in terms of like keeping the properties that you had control. I don't remember when Canada got its independence, but I know, they still like bow to your queen, I guess.
Yeah, they're still
Then
part of
there
the
was
Commonwealth,
India,
aren't they?
that India broke away, and then obviously, the Nigeria.
Well,
got
don't
its
worry, they'll all
independence.
come crawling back.
Yeah, they do.
Yeah,
Yeah,
a penal
they
colony,
do.
I think, in
Yeah,
Australia. You just
yeah.
set up a bunch of people on a death ship to an
Yeah.
island.
When
thinking
England
they
bring
might
it
die.
home, eh?
Yeah.
Stu, when they bring
Exactly.
it, when they bring
New
the
Zealand, was
the soccer
colony?
cup
Yeah,
home,
football, man.
Yeah.
The soccer.
Meanwhile,
the soccer
Puerto
cup.
Rico
European
still ours.
Soccer Cup.
Hawaii still ours. Guam still an American protectorate. So
Oh, do you
I'm
have
just saying,
Guam?
some of us have
I've got
a
my own
decent
Guam.
record of keeping our stuff.
I might have a word with Queenie and say I want Guam, Queenie.
Well,
Guam.
hey, bring
Guam.
it.
Can
Also,
I say-
we watched. Hang on a second. One more
Go on.
sound clip. Sorry.
Go on. Go
We
on.
watched Dazed and Confused again last night. Such a good movie. And there's a line in there about the bicentennial, which was 1976. That's when the movie takes place. And as the kids are running out on the last day, the teacher says this to them.
Don't forget what you're celebrating, and that's the fact that a bunch of slave-owning, aristocratic white males didn't want to pay their taxes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
There you
that's the
go.
reason for the season today. Lest we
Brilliant.
forget.
Can I say I'm looking a bit of a mess? I've told Millie I need a haircut, and look at the state of this thing. It's
I think
just
it looks
a mess.
fly.
It's looked
If you hadn't said
bloody
anything, I
awesome.
wouldn't have noticed that it's a messy.
Flipping messy,
hairstyle.
man. Look at it. It's flipping.
I mean, I was noticing
all
what's
over the
on your
place.
face, That goatee
I
on
know.
your
Well,
face,
nice
that is a
full,
mess. Yeah.
full face of beard.
It's
you mean?
not full. It's
full face.
You
Can
can
I
have
just
you can have
say-
a chin strap, but it's
I
not
know.
full.
It's a full
Yeah.
face. I'm a bit nervous. It's weird, right? I mean, we've been doing this so long, and I feel a bit nervous. I don't know
Why?
What it is.
Why are you nervous?
I don't know.
Well, you think it's going to be worse than any other show we've ever done?
Well, no, that is true. That is true.
It's the
think
first
about
time
it,
we've
no,
had
not at all.
guests on while we've had video.
Yeah.
There is
Yes.
that difference.
Who's gonna
Yeah.
not be on video?
I don't know,
though?
And
That's
you're
the
worried about your
question.
hairstyle.
Susan's
I
put a
know, look
list
at the
together of
stay of it.
guests, right?
Oh,
Because
yeah.
she's been great.
There's a lot.
Yeah.
But I don't
We'll vote
know
for Susan.
how to get in touch with these guests or how to ask them to come
Zoom.
on.
Well,
They're
Um,
ready to go as soon as
What if
they.
Can they not just click on the link on Discord when they're coming on or whatever?
It's not.
If they're on our Discord.
They're not. We're not on Discord though. We're on Zoom, aren't we?
No, but
Yeah,
but
but
you send
you're
us the link on Discord.
Yeah, you put the link.
So you
on
could
Well,
just
Discord.
send them the
Susan
link
sent them
the
the
same way?
link.
Could you put the link
Okay.
in the chat?
Well, at
No,
some point
because
we
they're
should
idiots.
say
They're
like,
mad
I mean, they're
bastards.
probably listening. They're probably listening. So you could just say like, okay, let's have our first guest, and then like,
See if they
now's
come
the
in.
time for you to click
We
on
have
the
got a-
Zoom link. I mean, look, they could also you could also
We
say
have
like
no
everybody
idea.
look, no, have everybody click the link for Zoom, and then just keep them in the waiting room.
Well, we're
Yeah.
ready for with our first guest, which well, I won't say, but I think he knows who
Yeah,
he
let's
is.
bring him in. Bring
Whoever
him in,
said
just-
they would go on
get
first,
him in.
just fucking.
We're
and
gonna
if
have a
you-
lot of guests
in the waiting
here today,
room. Just
people,
wait.
So, yeah.
Get him in.
God damn, how many speak pipes did you send me?
A lot.
We got a lot of speak
lot.
pipes. Nice.
I know. It's crazy.
Nice.
Nice.
So we have no
like
agenda
another
tonight, by
remix.
the way.
No.
Our agenda is to have fun.
We're
Fun, I
not
like
going to talk
that.
about video games, which is useful because I haven't
Well,
played
we're
any.
not going to talk about our games.
Mhm.
I've played loads, but I'll save them for next
Save
week.
them. Save them.
Yeah.
I'm doing it. I'm going to.
What is he like?
Hey Stu, I entered
know.
a snooker tournament yesterday.
Did it? What, a real one?
A real one, yeah.
My God, not like virtual snooker 19 snooker
No,
tournament.
a real one. And I basically,
Wow.
I get this right.
Yeah.
I played Ronnie O'Sullivan's cousin's brother.
That's a very tenuous link.
So Ronnie
but I like it.
O'Sullivan's cousin is a lady called.
Cousin's brother's
Is a lady
sister's
called
mum.
Maria Catalana, right? That's if you look it up, she's a women's snooker player.
I believe you. I believe you.
And I was playing this guy, and I was like, bloody hell, this kid's good. And I lost 3-2. It was close. And
Right.
I was like, God, this kid's good. He was like, yeah, I practice around my sister's table. And I was like, who's your sister? I was like, Maria Castellana. I was like, oh, Ronnie's cousin. Great, thanks.
It's like this clip from
Awesome.
Spaceballs, isn't it?
I am your father's brother's nephew's
Basically,
cousin's
yeah.
former roommate.
Yeah. Anyway, guest.
Absolutely nothing.
Who's coming
Yes,
in?
first guest.
It's
Do you like
John.
this, by
Here,
the way?
wait, I'll give you a drum roll. You ready?
It's in this. This is a safe glass. Hey, it's Nezzy.
That's your drum roll?
When a tempo isn't specified, any reasonable person would default to lento.
John.
John, Nezzy, John. Nezzy.
Talk.
John.
John. Talk.
John.
Welcome, John.
Can you hear us? John, turn your audio
Uh-oh,
on.
I don't know if your mic's working.
Turn your audio on, John.
Can he
Speak.
hear us?
Can you hear
No,
us?
we can't hear you, John.
Oh, his audio's not coming through.
Has
He
done it?
wasn't talking on purpose for
He's
a
panic
minute.
mode.
But now
Panic
he's
mode. He's clicking.
connecting to audio.
He's
Hang
clicking.
on, it's
He's
okay.
clicking.
Here we go.
Yes,
God.
John.
There you go.
This is like one of those early COVID conferences, you know, where they don't know how to turn
Yeah,
the
sure.
mic.
You don't have authority
we got
here,
it
Jackie.
sorted, so it's
I've got a
fine.
question.
All right.
All right,
I'm
Nezzy.
Hello, yes. I've got about 8 versions of your audio coming through.
All
Here
right,
we go.
close all your
Right.
tabs.
Yeah,
Turn the
close it.
radio
There you
off,
go.
John.
Close
Turn
it.
the radio
No,
off.
whatever's working, fine. It's fine. Just leave it the way it is because it's working.
I came here relaxed, thinking I have about 10 minutes of you guys chatting and stuff, and I'll be able to ease the way into
No.
it, and then I'll just
No,
immediately
none of that
fade
shit.
into this.
No.
Who said that anything is going to be relaxed ever on this show?
Yeah.
Are
Well,
you mad?
John, it's good to see you, man.
No,
It is.
yes, good to see
I can
you too,
literally
this
see
is-
you.
Yeah, we can see you
It's good.
in your
I know,
living
yeah.
room.
It does have a very different vibe and feel to it when you can actually
Oh,
see
yeah.
each other, doesn't it?
Yeah, it does. It
Yeah.
does. Yeah, and obviously now, John, because of us, you're massively famous in the video game
You
UK podcasting world. I mean, you are like hot shit now, you know, in that genre.
Hot.
You've birthed a baby into the game
Yeah.
journalism world.
I saw you on the front cover of podcast gaming magazines in the UK that are okay.
Yeah. Top 10 COD podcasters.
Yeah,
It was a tasteful shoot.
yeah. So, so John, I think Duke's got some random questions for
I do
people.
have some questions that we're going to ask each guest.
Yeah.
And you're welcome to talk about other things if you have other stuff on your mind. Or
Whatever
things
you
you'd
want,
like to
John,
say.
really.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But we'd love to know your answers to these questions. So, number one, what has been the most frustrating gaming experience of your life?
Oh God, I'm not very good at.
Like, have you
thinking of
thrown
things.
controllers? Have you broken stuff?
It's a really boring answer, but it's gotta be FIFA and
FIFA.
I don't play any FIFA really anymore, but FIFA just had.
You
a
learned
way
your
of
lesson. That's
just-
good.
It just had a way of just really getting under your skin, and it
Yeah.
like brings out this rage and anger in you. That
Oh yeah.
well, I'm sure there's games. I guess Rocket League is probably can be one of those games for you, Duke. But there's some games that
Oh,
can
yeah.
just
Oh,
really
yeah.
get under your skin and just like bring out this
Oh, yeah.
anger in you that you don't feel.
And you know what? I
normally,
actually
you
made a
know?
meme about I made a meme about this this week about Rocket League. It's not just the game so much; it's the toxic children you have to play with. So was
Yeah.
it multiplayer that you were playing, or was this single player FIFA?
No, this is just single player. This is just the
Oh, I got
computer
you.
itself.
Okay.
This is just the
Fair
FIFA
enough.
computer, but it does bring out a proper FIFA rage in me that I describe as
Yeah.
FIFA rage.
Yeah.
I have tried playing online, but like I can't even blame the computer there. So that's even worse.
No.
At least when I'm playing against a computer, I can blame the computer. When I'm playing online and getting like beat like 9-0 within like 12 minutes of starting a game, when I
Yeah.
actually think I'm quite good at FIFA, I can only blame myself.
That's
So.
awful.
No, you know what it is, don't you, John? They've got a modded controller, so don't worry.
Well,
it's
yeah.
fine. It's fine. And like ping and stuff. It's no good.
Yeah. So how's life, John?
Life is all right. Life
Yeah.
is good. It's obviously been a pretty mad year, but I'm doing a gaming podcast now, which I'm really enjoying. So that's
You've got
been-
like a bit of a pro
Very good.
setup.
Yeah, I'm liking the look
Yeah,
of
it
this.
is.
Oh no, this is like it's like a £12 mic from Amazon. I was like, I
Okay.
tend
Yeah, but we
I
don't have to
like-
know that. You could say
Yeah,
it's a
yeah, it says,
£700 mic.
yeah, £100.
Yeah.
£100. John, I've got I thought of a good question to ask all our guests tonight, and you'll be pleased to know it's nothing to do with biscuits.
Okay.
But this is a good question, I think, and I don't know whether
He
everyone's
praises
gonna
the question
answer
before he
this.
asks it. Just
Truthfully.
Unbelievable.
Well, here's a question, John.
No,
I'm
he's
gonna
also
put it
going to ask afterwards. Don't you think that was a good
I'm
question?
going to put it on you now, right? What thing have you done in the past that you still think about now and cringe?
Oh gosh.
Where you went, oh shit! And even when you think about it now, you
Damn,
think,
we're
"Shit,
just
I wish
bringing
I
up the
hadn't
worst memories
tell
of
you
people's
what,
lives.
John.
What was those horrible trauma of your fifth
tell me,
birthday?
yeah, tell me a horrible experience that you went
Yeah,
through
come on, John.
childhood.
done." No, well, you just do something that you're still embarrassed about. You think, God, I wish I'd never done that. Because everyone's got one.
Was it for
I've
you,
got
Stu,
one.
playing me at snooker? Was
No,
that
I'll
one?
do you want to, do you want me to
Funny-
tell you mine? I'll tell you mine if John tells me his.
Funnily enough, I've got one, but it's a pretty boring one. But it's just
Oh.
one that's it's still one that it's one that I think about all the time. And I can only think to talk about it now because I actually spoke about it a couple of days ago.
Wow.
But, it's when I was but it is pretty boring. But it was just anyway. I'll tell it. You asked.
Go
it.
on, go on.
Here's the answer.
No, we
Come
asked
on,
John.
give
John,
it to us, John.
this is our show. Like, pretty boring. It's kind of what we do.
Is when I played like for a basketball team like
Oh, yeah.
quite a while, and like when I was young, I was quite a good basketball player. So like we had like quite a decent team, but I was quite responsible for like a good portion of like the points that we scored and stuff because I was quite a good basketball player. So I decided to leave that basketball team and go to another basketball team, and like the coach of the basketball team I was leaving was actually one of the guys who put on the team, his older brother, and he just wasn't happy about me leaving the team.
Okay.
So then, like the following week when we're like playing games, he'd like text me about giving him the kit back. So like I was walking over to give him the kit back, and like he had his hand out. So like I went to shake his hand, and he moved his hand away and said, "No, I want
Wow.
the kit back."
Oh, man.
So we do it wasn't shaking
But you know
your
what?
hand.
That seems like a reasonable thing for you to assume.
Yeah.
If someone's got his hand out, you're
Exactly.
parting ways.
Brilliant.
And this is it. And like the reason that I was thinking about it the other week is like, well, this plays back over my head, and I thought to myself, I was like, you know what, like, and I was only like maybe like 14 at the time or
Yeah.
something, and he's like an adult. So for him to even do that, so I had a little word with myself, and I thought, you know what, it is reasonable to think that when
Yeah.
he's holding his hand out, that I should
Yeah.
shake his hand, and
But-
even if he didn't, he was a twat, so I should
He
stop
was,
feeling
yeah.
bad
But
about it.
I
Yeah,
think you get
totally.
when you're young. I think you get a free pass at those kind of things because when you're young, you just think, "Oh, I'm an idiot," but you don't know any better anyway. Like when you're young, like that guy was a arse. So you're okay, John. It's fine.
Yeah,
It's fine.
Yeah, it's
Fuck
fine.
him.
In fact,
I like
I
the
had-
story though. It's good.
Oh, I've just thought of another one that is actually really, really, really cringy, and I'll tell it quick. I remember
Go on then.
being on the park again when I was a kid playing basketball, and like these two kids like were giving me shit. So then I went home and then I thought, you know what, fuck this, right? I'm gonna go back out there. So I went back out there, and by the time I got there was like 15 of them or something.
Oh, okay.
And, like they all kind of like surrounded me, and I was like, oh fuck, what I'm gonna do here. But I was still giving some shit, and then one of them came around my back and then pulled my pants down.
Oh no!
Oh no!
And this was
But again, like that's not something you did.
Yeah, you couldn't have controlled that.
All these embarrassing moments, like other people are at fault.
Yeah, but I still went back out there.
Yeah.
And but like it was like my local park. Like so like they were just like the local rough kids and stuff, you know, the ones that you just see all the time.
Yeah.
It was just like, and
Being
I remember
dicks.
going back home and just thinking, oh my god, that was just the most fucking embarrassing thing that's ever happened to me.
Oh, that's bad.
In all seriousness, John, you said something on Joysticks and Chill, which is a podcast that Johnny's on, by the way, because you were talking about a game that I am going to go back to at some point, and you brought up a good point about it, which I wouldn't. I mean, I can't remember. It's been like 10 years since I played this bloody game or more. But you were playing Mafia 2.
Yes.
And you sort of had in your head, oh yeah, Mafia 2 is great, or I don't know if you played it before or not, but you sort of played it again recently, and you said that you didn't like it because of the racism in it.
Mm-hmm.
And that sort of took me back a bit because I just didn't even.
Because Chinny loves racism. He's
I
all
love
about
it. No, I'm really
about it.
into it. I just don't tell the wife.
I don't remember that. I'm sure it must have been in there.
No, but like I suppose my point is like it's bad, isn't it? But I wouldn't notice it as much, you know, or it doesn't sort of like.
Well, that's one of the privileges of being white. You'd
It's
be like,
mate, it's smooth sailing. But but like, you know, I just thought that was interesting, John. That, and it kind of put me off playing it a bit. I was like, oh no, I don't. I know that John was a bit like upset about it. I could be upset about it as well. Maybe being older as well.
Older and wiser Chinny. Now there's a thing.
I reckon if you just YouTube like the first 10-15 minutes, because I don't think I played longer than that, you would see what I was talking about, and then it's kind of up to you, like how you feel about it. And I feel like I don't think I noticed it the first time I played it, because like some of the language they use is like specifically like
what Italians would
American
use
words.
for black people.
Yeah.
And stuff. Yeah.
And I remember watching Sopranos and then like realizing kind of what that word meant. And obviously Sopranos on for like 8 series.
Yeah.
And like it comes up a few times in conversations that like you know, but like what they're actually saying is like actually really horrible. Like and the way the word comes off the tongue and stuff is just specifically really not nice. And I think it was just that I just thought, oh, I don't want to listen to this
because.
Yeah, fair enough.
Because like 3, I wonder if they backpedal a bit in 3. Because I mean, in 3 they were very explicit about including everything and anything in 3.
Yeah, they did.
So I don't know. I can't really sort of remember what you felt about 3, or if you played 3, John.
I felt like in 3 it was part of the story and part of the narrative, and like there was seeing it from the point of view of a black person. So I think it was part of the story. So like you didn't feel like you were one of the people giving out like this abuse.
Yeah, I'm with you.
Which
you're the victim in 3, I suppose.
Whereas the subject rather than the object.
Yeah, in 2 it's like it's said in passing and then moved on, and you're like, am I supposed to agree with that? I guess is how you feel, I suppose.
Yeah.
But I'm still gonna play it, John. I mean, I'm you know, like, I'm still gonna play it, but I just found that interesting, and I was like, oh, maybe it's because, you know, I'm maybe because I'm older now or something that I might pick up on it and stuff. But I was kind of sad because when you saying you was playing Mafia 2, I was excited. I was like, oh, brilliant, he's gonna play Mafia 2, and then you stopped. But yeah, it's interesting. But I think we all change as we get older of how we look at stuff.
There's just been so much of that stuff in the news and stuff, and like as me being a black person who was raised by my white mom, lives mostly around white people and stuff, like it's very difficult to have these kind of conversations with lots of people sometimes, because sometimes I don't always like the answers that I get, and I've had that quite a lot recently. So
I'm sure a lot of people are very receptive to the discussion, which sucks.
Or they don't really realize what they're actually saying, which kind of makes it like how hurtful some of the things that they're saying.
Yeah.
So because there's been so much of that stuff going on in the world, like I've had to kind of like hide away a little bit about it, kind of. So then I think, those things not been going on in the world, and I put Mafia 2 on, I may be able to overlook it a little bit more. But just recently, I just don't need that in my down leisure time.
No.
Well, and it's good for all of
Yeah,
us to
fair
be
enough.
more aware of that sort of thing. So, we appreciate you mentioning it, and I think it helps us all to grow and evolve when we are able to get those different perspectives.
But
on
I was
things.
talking to my brother-in-law about it, John, as well, and he, he was saying like he used to sort of have a job where he'd be on like a painting and decorating and all that sort of stuff, and he would hear things. But as somebody in their early 20s, like, what's he gonna do? Like, like he's a group of blokes 30s. What's he gonna do? Like, stand up to him? So he lets it pass. But I think as you get
it's
older,
difficult, isn't it?
you sort of take you don't have to take a hostile stance, but you take a stance, don't you? You take I don't need it no more, and that's what that's what I found interesting when you talked about Mafia 2.
And it feels like the world gets more and more. We have more opportunities to engage with these perspectives, so there's less and less of an excuse as time goes on for people to be like, well, I didn't know, or I wasn't aware, and so that's why I just think that it's again, like I get mad about some things, as everybody knows if they listen to this show, and it's that balance of like I'm trying to be understanding and trying not to be, you don't want to be a wet blanket or like be the big heavy complaining about things all the time, but on the other hand, you got to let people know if they're
saying
something that's not okay.
John,
and you've got to stand up for what you believe in. haven't you, at the end
John,
of
I've
the
got to
day?
change the subject because you are responsible for one of my favourite sound clips in the world. Right, there's a saying. Look at my wife bringing in the tea.
Look at that!
Look at
Tell
that.
you. Spoil you are.
Now, is it just tea, or is that your British word for also
Tea,
biscuits and sandwiches and stuff?
And tissues.
Biscuits,
Oh,
sandwich.
yes. Motherfucking
I'm
break.
gonna have a good time.
Yeah, you
So the
are.
sound clip that you mentioned.
So the sound
sound
clip there's I don't know why. Thank you, Tara. And you said the game The Medium in your show, and Jay puts on an effect on it or something, and it's just medium like that, and he doesn't play it enough, John, on the show, and he plays like This Is a Natural and other clips, and I'm like, play the medium one, please. It's so good.
Where it's from is from the Metacritic quiz review, and it's me and Jay shouting out the answer, but there's like this little bit of competition between me and Jay.
Oh
So
my
that
God.
was-
I've
that's
been
all just
driving,
desperate to
John,
get it
and
right.
thinking about that clip and laughing. Oh man, oh, it's great. It's great. So, John, I mean, we ask this every sort of 100 shows anyway, but any sort of fond memories of our show, like while you're on, and anything that you want to ask us?
Yeah, there you go.
I'd say one of my recent favorites, because I think that was in the last year, one of my most favorite moments of the show is Derek Sines calling up at Christmas and leaving the speak pipes when he was drunk.
He was wrecked.
Oh
bless him.
God, yeah.
Love him.
They were the best speak pipes ever.
Yeah.
And then you got progressively more drunk.
I
And,
think I'm pretty
you
drunk.
always expected it to be the last one, and then there would just be one more. And I was out walking the dog, and I was doubled up in laughter.
He
at just
said
how-
loads, didn't
Oh,
he?
I love it.
it was just absolutely amazing.
Oh, he's a legend. Derek's a
I
legend.
love
Fantastic.
Derek. He is such a legend.
But it's I love all this though. All the people that I've met doing this stuff, John, and you're one
Oh,
of them.
definitely.
I mean, you've listened to the show a while, but I only sort of met you like in the last couple of years, in real life, and got to know you a bit more. But no, I think it's brilliant, and I'm glad that I love it when like another show starts. Like almost the amount of shows that we've started, I think, on this from this
Yeah, it's
show.
mad.
But it's good. I love it, and I love
Yeah,
I like the guys that you're podcasting with as well. I think they're all good as well. So yeah, you got good company as well.
Do you know what it is, Ginny? You know what it is? They listen to us and go, if that bunch of
Yeah.
amateurs can do it, so
Yeah.
can we.
Well,
That's
the
what they
thing
think.
is that, like, the fact that people are even willing and interested to listen to our babbling is one thing, but for people to keep coming back and to get some sort of inspiration from it is quite another. So.
Now
Thumbs
that I
up,
do
everyone.
now that I do podcast myself, I realize even more, like when I listen to yours, just how natural it is, and like how your three personalities just fit so well together, and how you can tell
We
you
make it
can
look
do
easy.
for so long.
Yeah.
And it's just and it's
Well, it
just not
takes us
easy
all
to
week to
sound.
write the script, John.
Oh, it does. Terrible.
exactly.
Ages.
I thought you were going to say all month, Chinny.
All month,
Did
yeah,
you change
yeah.
that line?
Yeah. Sorry, I'll change that line. But and sometimes we don't even publish the show on time. You know, we're so
No,
slick.
no, we don't. And sometimes
true, and
people
it's a
don't turn up.
huge deal.
Like anybody fucking gives a
At least
shit.
you don't have to wait till like Thursday anymore, like we used to. Like,
I know.
He did last week.
Jesus Christ. Yeah, he did last week. Yeah.
I'll mention another like favorite bit of my show recently as well is listening to Susan be on the show as well a couple of shows ago because knowing Susan is how I started listening to the show.
Of course.
Because we used to work together. Then I went down to EGX with her, and that's when I first met Stu all those years ago.
Oh my God, that's so long ago.
Because I didn't go to that one, did I? That was the one in Brum, and I couldn't be there. Yeah. On the Saturday,
I think I'd gone on the day that you weren't there.
Yeah.
So that's how I started listening to it, and then I've listened to it for years and years. And Susan was around then; she hasn't been around for a while, and I don't work in the same place anymore.
Yeah.
So it was just so nice to see her kind of pop back up again and be able to chat to her and message to her,
Yeah.
and hear her on the show last week. And she was just so good and so good on it that it's just really nice to just have her like back in the community and be.
I mean, Susan's been around, like sort of listening to our show for years, but like in the last 6 months, like she's really sort of just like flourished and
community
I
manager.
can take care of the Discord if you want, and then suddenly the Discord has
I'm like,
7
oh my God.
features on it. All sorts
Basically,
of
she's just you three are shit at this. Can I do it?
I can help out with your social media if you want.
Facebook,
Suddenly Twitter's alive again or Facebook's working again.
Because everybody else is so good at it, and I'm like, oh, like us three just can't really sort of be arsed.
We can't be arsed.
And then, but then Susan's so lovely, and I think she just enjoys it and being the sort of the background puppet master sort of thing, sort of getting us all ready. And she's even organised all the guests tonight as well. So
Yeah, she has.
She's been great.
You rock, Susan.
She's just the nicest person.
She is. Yeah, she is. She's lovely. And
any games you're looking forward to, Nezzy?
By the way, I was just going to say I've watched Depeche Mode with Susan.
Yeah, you went to a gig with her, didn't you?
I did. I went to Depeche. She very kindly invited me.
Susan, I was playing Minecraft with Susan. She said, I was talking about your wife the other day, Mike. I was like, okay. And she's like, I have never seen such a beautiful bride. And she was showing her hairdresser. She's just like, I know. She's just so like nice and
very sweet,
lovely. Yeah, brilliant. And so what games you looking forward to playing, John?
There's so many. Xbox Game Pass. We don't have to talk about that, but there's loads
It's ridiculous,
of
isn't
games.
It's like I can't.
They're winning.
I had this conversation with Marsh today. I was like, this is getting silly. All right, the more games that are available to me, the less I play.
I know it's mad.
Just
it's
nuts.
true,
I just can't do it anymore. I want to ring Microsoft and say, can you just calm it? Can you just calm it down? Like,
stop releasing games for
what happened to 2 a month?
I know. It's like 10 a month now, isn't it? You just keep sticking them on there.
So I don't know what's on there lately, John. I don't know what anything tickled your fancy.
The next thing that's upcoming that I'm really excited about, and I've been excited about it for a long time, is Microsoft Flight Simulator.
There you go.
Here it
It looks. I don't know whether I'm going to become a flight simulator geek or anything.
All aboard on the sorry.
But like, I can't wait to like get my HOTAS out and just.
I think the interesting thing is, John, what you've got to. I mean, I played a lot.
Oh,
of this,
now here we go. You had to mention Flight Simulator. Now here he goes.
I think what you've
I
got
happen to have played it once or twice.
I think what you've got to do is set yourself a goal or come up with a route you want to fly, and don't make them too long. I tended to stick in the beginning. I tend to stick to about an hour and a half or something. So somewhere like nice, like Las Vegas, you know, into the Grand Canyon.
Flying around the
like
world
that.
7 times. That's a good target.
Yeah, don't do that. But it is quite a boring game. I'm going to warn you now. It's not, you know, you see some lovely, interesting scenery.
Great game.
And stuff,
Great game, John.
But you don't
Boring,
shoot
though.
anyone in the face.
Yeah.
I think you probably knew you don't shoot him.
You don't shoot someone.
You don't clarify what the purpose. You're going to be flying a plane.
Hijack a plane, for instance. You just fly.
Oh, that'd be awesome.
I've played Farming
probably a mod
Simulator in
for
the
that.
past, and I like games like Snow Runner and stuff. So I don't mind a boring.
Lewis
there's
keeps
a time
telling
for
me to
boring
play
game.
Farming Simulator. Like he just thinks
no,
that
yeah.
I'll enjoy it. I don't know why.
Is he the one who sent the picture of the? No, that was a lawnmower simulator.
I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. But
But I'll tell you what, it's flipping interesting. I nearly swore then. But it's flipping interesting how they've halved the install size of Flight Simulator, and now they're optimizing it so it runs better at 60 frames a second on lower end graphics cards. I wonder why that is.
I'm trying not to watch too many videos because they've probably been run on like all master PCs, and I don't know what version I'm going to get. So I'm just
yeah, I mean,
leaving
they're
it to-
optimizing it all the time to run on the
Yeah.
Xbox Series X and S as well as it can do. Is the impression I get, and that's the reason they're doing all this work at the moment. But it's better for us gamers as well on PCs because it's better optimized for those as
Yeah.
well. And apparently VR is going to be better because the last time I tried that, it was a pile of dog shit. So hopefully
that's
they'll
VR.
get better.
Yeah, VR in general is just
No,
sort of
no,
like
it
that.
isn't.
You said it,
Lizzie, I think you and I share a very similar trait, where I think we're pretty. I think generally we sort of we don't get excited, but like we're not flashy kind of guys. I don't think, but now and again, we'll get an itch to go. I've got to buy this stupid shit for like stupid money for no reason, and nothing will stop me. And then I get it, and I'm like, yeah, okay, I got it. Whatever. I don't know.
I can't say too much because the wife will be listening.
Yeah,
so,
just
but I
whisper it,
do.
John, just whisper it.
Whisper, we'll not tell her. It's fine.
I do. I am. Yeah, I go from like not wanting something, and then I'll get the idea. I think it comes from me being a procrastinator. So sometimes at work, when I've got like really difficult work to do, and the mind will just start wandering, and then go down this rabbit hole of like, oh, Oculus Quest. And then I start looking at it, and I go, right, I want one. I really, really want one. And then I make a plan, formulate some plan in the head that justifies it for the next couple of days.
Yeah. I mean, I bought one of those Elite straps. I bought it on the show, I think.
You've never even
yeah.
fitted it,
And
have
I
you?
don't know where it is. It's in my house somewhere.
he's already lost it.
It's in the it's there. It's in the box. It's in the box. It's there, and I haven't even opened it. So
I do like getting stuff. No, like I am when it's being delivered. I have to have it delivered like on Prime the next day. Sorry, Duke. I know you're
even I do that sometimes, but I still don't open it. Like,
and then I get it and I open it and I love that.
Oh yeah, I think that's what I'm
boxing
looking
it,
forward
plugging
to,
it
John.
in.
Like I'm purposely haven't opened it because I want to embrace
That
it.
Christmas experience,
You know.
of, like opening things up.
Yeah,
On
yeah.
your birthday, you get
Yeah,
to open
and
gifts.
can I just say, Oculus do the best packaging ever. It's
Really?
such very cool packaging. It's nice to
I know
open.
another one of my favourite John moments, by the way, John, is when we played poker with you, and you was only in for like 10 minutes. All right, and you just looked at your hands and was like, "Whoa."
Yeah, that was funny.
Whoa.
It looks like that's what I was doing, but different games handle the two buttons differently.
Yeah,
as to whether. So
think-
I was trying to understand. To be fair, I was a little bit high.
I was going to say, I feel like there was chemicals
You sounded
involved.
you sounded
Chemicals.
high.
I wasn't that
Just
high that I
saying.
was amazed by my hands, but I was that high that I had to go, right, I'm really struggling with picking up these
gotta
sticks. So what the first thing I need to do is I need to understand my hands. So then-
Yeah. Oh
then,
man, I just you
it
suddenly
was
pretend, and
funny.
then you disappeared. I was like, oh, I don't know where John's.
I was
I think
there-
you fell
was- no,
asleep.
I was
I gotta get my hands back. These
I
virtual
was there.
hands
It
are
was such
freaking me
it was
out.
such a funny table. Like just the mix of people at that table was just.
We need to do
imagine
more
the
of it.
time
Like
people.
honestly,
I lost-
poker's so much fun. Like when you get like the group of people, it's so funny.
There's a
It was
question: Is
amazing.
there a multiplayer on the flight simulator? Could we all be your passengers
Yes,
in the
there's
plane? and
they've
have
added
you be
a,
like-
a co-pilot mode. So
Well,
you can
I
sit
don't,
in
I'm
a
not
plane
trying
with
to
someone.
fly the plane. I'm trying to just sit in the back and yell and complain about
Fly it
these
faster.
snacks.
Fly it
Yeah.
faster.
You can probably do
Pretzels?
that as well.
Are you kidding me?
Who knows? Who knows?
Bullshit.
The prices of these drinks is fucking ridiculous.
Yeah, exactly.
So, John, I'm afraid. Is there anything else you want to say before we kick you out, John?
There is one last thing
Yes,
that I
mate.
want to say, and
Yeah.
it's something that I heard on the show that does still haunt me to this day. And
Haunt you?
sometimes, yes, it
Yeah,
haunts me
haunts
to this
him.
day.
Oh, God.
And sometimes I think about it and I feel physically sick. And that is Dukey in a raw crumpet on the floor
Oh,
of the
yeah.
airport.
Yeah,
Like,
the airport.
like just. I just imagined what I would
We were
feel
so
like,
hungry.
and it goes,
we
and
didn't
I
have,
just think,
we didn't have time to buy something.
Literally,
This sucks.
like-
Why are they so popular?
It is like one of the best things you could give
Oh,
someone.
like a
is
hot
like
crumpet with
a
butter on
toast,
it.
a hot
Oh.
crumpet with butter.
Well,
It's
you
just
toast the bloody
amazing.
thing.
And he went home going, "Those Brits, man,
Brits
what the
are
fuck?"
Suck, man. What the
Yeah,
hell
it's
was
just so
this?
Oh,
Yeah.
sometimes I get that.
Not
the
only that,
food and I
Nezzy,
don't
it was a
think about it,
giant
so-
crumpet.
Yeah.
Exactly,
Oh.
that's what I
Giant
mean.
crumpet.
It
It
was
was like
bloody
an enormous
giant
sponge just chewing
Disgusting.
on.
Honestly,
Oh,
if I ever see Duke in England again, I'm going to go out my way to
sit
make
you
him
down and
The
you
toast
know,
him
eat
a
a
a
hot-
real
Yeah.
crumpet because there is
Yeah.
nothing better than a hot crumpet.
No,
with
it's got to
butter
be
in it.
crust. It's got to be crispy, man. Jesus.
Just I think, oh yeah,
What
yeah.
the
I
hell?
agree. Sometimes I think of that, John. I'm with you. Like some like it'd be like 3 a.m. and I'm like, what the fuck did he do that for?
What is
Yeah,
wrong
why
with
is he
Duke?
A
Wow.
chewy raw crumpet.
People are very preoccupied with
just-
my food choices.
It's just
Like
oh,
eating a raw pie, isn't it? Before you cook
it's
the
gross.
pastry.
It's just oh my god. Well, John,
Good
thanks for
God.
coming on, John.
Thanks for coming on, John.
Yeah,
We need to
thanks,
play.
John.
We need to play more video games together. I think.
Yeah, we do.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah.
Yeah.
We need to
I'll
play
go.
more
on Discord.
poker. We should do a once a month poker night.
We should do
more
definitely
poker,
set
yeah.
that up.
I could definitely
Yeah.
commit to once a month. Yeah.
Yeah, I think we tried to do it too much, but maybe once a month will be good.
Yeah, mum. Okay,
Yeah,
John.
let's do that.
Either leave or I'll kick you out. Whatever you want to do, and I'll
Yeah,
get
do
whatever
you.
you
Thanks
want,
for coming on,
Desi.
John.
Thanks for
everyone.
coming in. Have a
you,
great
buddy.
John.
Good to
Have a
see
great
you.
rest of
Listening.
the show.
Thanks,
NX
mate.
600.
Thank you.
Bye.
Bye, bye, bye.
Yeah.
Bye.
Huzzah! All right. So, am I going to play this first speak pipe now?
Yeah, let's
Yeah.
play speak pipes in between calls.
In between the guests, we're going to have because we got a bunch of speak pipes here, people. So
We
check it
have.
out.
Pipe, it's the way to leave a message for us.
This is from Matt Moore. It's 40 seconds long.
Veteran gamers, hey, it's Matthew Moore here, calling in from the Middle Life Gamer podcast. Congratulations, hitting that epic milestone of 600 episodes. I don't know how you guys are doing it. I honestly don't. I'm sure we
Neither
all
do we.
started about the same time, didn't we? Right, 11, 12 years ago in the Wild West of podcasting, when you had to explain to somebody what a podcast was. Man, remember them times?
Yeah.
Wasn't that fun? Anyway, look, all the best, gents. It's lovely to see you at EGX each year. And your beautiful lives. Thank you for being awesome. Thank you for continuing to fight the good fight. And yeah, we'll catch up soon.
Oh, that's cool.
Good old Matt.
Thanks,
Oh,
Matt.
right, Matt.
What a Matt.
I don't know
We
what
do-
fight
we
we're
do miss-
fighting, but yeah,
we
we
do
do
miss
fight it well.
EGX and
We do.
and apparently there was a
Is it
video of
on this year?
2019 and somebody hasn't edited it yet, but whatever, I don't know.
Was there? Oh
Yeah.
my god, I didn't even know there was one.
No, so I mean, it needs editing. And there is a naked bongo around, and I think
Oh, there is an-
he's quite happy that I've forgotten that, but don't worry, I haven't forgot it.
He hasn't forgotten. He's just delayed.
It's just delayed.
It's
The longer I
slow,
leave
it'll
it, the more
come.
nostalgic it will be.
Exactly.
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 It's
so we
like
get the next.
George Carlin said back in the day about 1 hour photo developing. You just saw the fucking thing. Who needs 1 hour photo developing?
Now,
That is quite
if he was alive today, what would he think?
Oh, God help us all,
Instant.
yeah.
Why do you
Yeah.
need to see it 30 seconds later?
Okay,
Yeah, exactly.
the next person on the list is this guy. So I'm going to get this guy. I don't know if he's going to be ready. We'll see. Gavin,
Let's just do it.
hold on.
Your
Let's do
attention, please.
a quick shout out to the chat because there are people in the chat. Let's give them a
Yeah.
little bit of love.
There's a
So
lot
we've
of
got
people in the
Gavin
chat,
Butcher
a lot
saying
of people.
hi,
Right.
Step J saying hi, Susan
up?
of course is in there, Hardly Dan is in there, Jeff Stab
Oh,
is
yeah.
in there, Adamsk is in there, Tainted Brain, Jeff Stab, Sumu is in there, Lord is in there, James Bevan, It's a Stinky Poo, Tainted Brain, Ticket Amazing Dark 173 hashtag Neo One Love or Jake.
And in
Scott-
the Twitch
Scott
chat,
Patton,
we got Lord, we got Scott Patton, Sumu, Hardly Dan, Adamsk.
Ian Williams.
Yeah.
Yeah, so thank you everybody. We got
Thank you, everybody.
a great turnout tonight. Soul Brother.
So
number
glad you're
one.
here with us,
Is it-
chilling.
We've got a full house.
Full, yeah, we've got a
Celebrating
lot of
our
people in today.
our sixth.
Oh,
what's
Jeff
the slang word for
Stab is
100?
cause.
Buck?
Yes, there we go. That makes
Ah,
more sense.
cause.
These-
Keeping it a buck is keeping it
It
100.
really
so
throws
this is
me
our
off when
sixth
people
buck.
have like different names for different things, and I never relate the name to the.
Well, especially when you're running a Zoom call, you gotta get.
know.
I don't want students coming in who aren't in my class, so put your real name on it, people.
Anyway, we're getting the
Yeah.
next guest in. I'm bringing him in. This is
Oh
happening.
yeah, beep boop boop beep boop.
Oh look, Lewis.
Is it Lewis?
Lewis.
Oh my god. Yay, Lewis.
Welcome.
I
Yeah,
caught
there
him
he
off
is.
guard.
Oh, look at him. He's like, what is
Wait,
on
wait, wait.
here?
He's connected to
Connecting
audio.
to audio.
Connected
Like,
to
hello.
It's
audio.
taking forever.
Hello.
We don't
Connected
have
to
a lot of
audio.
time here.
Hello.
There's
Oh, he's
90,
not-
100 people coming in.
Lewis.
Lewis.
Nope, it's still not working.
No.
We can't hear you.
Lewis.
Keep talking and
This is
fiddling with
working
buttons.
well. This is. Oh my god, this is.
Go on,
like-
Lewis. Lewis.
Yeah,
Lewis.
happen,
Lewis.
don't worry.
Lewis.
Any second now.
Lewis.
No. Mute.
Now you're
Just
muted.
mute.
No, it's working, but you're
Unmute.
just muted. Just hit unmute.
Unmute. Unmute. No.
I can
He's
read
muted.
the.
I can see the mute.
can read the
on
lips of-
microphone.
Mute button.
Yes.
There we go.
There
No.
we go.
Hey!
Yes.
Hello.
Welcome, Lewis.
You all right?
I got you. I caught you off guard, Lewis. I just put you in the room. I was
put
like,
you in.
"Whoa."
Well, you was hovering above both of them. I didn't know which one you were.
Hope you're ready. It's showtime.
man.
I just threw you off. How you doing, Lewis?
I'm good. Not too bad. Tired. Work's keeping me busy.
Yeah. How's fatherhood?
Exhausting.
Is it?
Oh.
It
I
was
hear
all
it's not that tough.
I've heard it's easy.
fine.
Yeah,
It
you just
doesn't
put them in
matter
your
with
pocket
you.
and carry on.
No, two boys. They keep me busy.
No doubt.
I didn't
Are
know.
they- how old are
two.
they?
You got two.
Yeah.
I've got two. Yeah.
Oh my God.
Alex is my eldest. He's almost 7, and Oliver he's just turned 5.
Aw. So are
Yeah.
they gaming at all yet, or is it too
Oh
early
yeah.
for them?
Oh yeah. They
Yeah.
get more game time than I do.
Yeah.
All right. So I
That's
know some
awesome.
parents
Story,
want
man.
to try to keep them away.
What are
from
they
the
playing?
games
Like
for a few
Roblox or some mad crap?
No. Well, Alex does. Yeah. You guessed that one.
Yeah.
But no, they've just actually finished the new Ratchet and Clank game.
Oh yeah.
Oh,
Oh,
nice.
that's good.
There we go.
Yeah.
That's something.
Yeah, they did
There's
really
hope for
well.
them yet, Lewis.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
And
that's pretty good.
do they make you laugh? Are they funny? Funny kids.
Good days and bad days.
Good days and bad days.
Test me now.
That's probably what my mom would say.
Yeah.
No,
So
my
why
wife
those
is in bed
names,
all day.
Alex and
Alex and
sorry, what
Oliver.
was the other one? Oliver. Yeah, why those names? If you don't mind my asking.
It's Alex was someone back in our family years ago. They died unfortunately.
Oh, God,
like a memory thing.
Right.
Why to bring it down, Duke?
I
Yeah,
know, right?
well
Sorry.
done,
my
dude.
bad.
Fucking hell.
Whoops.
Sorry, Lewis.
Jesus Christ.
Open up wounds. Like, we're talking about racism with
Yeah,
John. Then
really.
we're opening wounds with the family with you. I'm sorry, Lewis.
Oh yeah, family deaths and stuff. What is the matter with you?
Right.
And Oliver, what was Oliver?
No,
Where that was
Oliver. My wife picked that. She didn't actually have a reason.
It's a nice name.
It's
But
just
it's
a
funny.
cool name.
Just like it.
Well, she gave them both. Alex has got my middle name, so he's called Alex Michael Danson.
Mhm.
Nice.
All right.
But my name's Lewis Michael Danson. And Oliver, she called him Oliver Lewis Danson. So
There you go.
I think she's got
Just
an
the whole
obsession with me.
smorgasbord of confusion. People's names get yelled.
I'm gonna name my kid Bum and Double. And
So,
They're
Lewis,
gonna
what
have
was
to grow
the
up
most
tough, Lewis.
frustrating gaming experience of your life?
Oh, I don't recall why it was frustrating, but I recall the worst thing that I ever did was I was probably about 8 or 9. I picked up my PlayStation 1 and smashed it against the wall.
Wow.
Oh,
That's
really?
impressive.
What did Mum say? What happened, Lewis?
My dad walked in on me doing it.
Oh no!
Holy crap!
little
Did you get
shit.
grounded?
And I assume they had
Little
paid for
shit,
it.
Lewis.
Yeah.
Well, he
You're not
said,
getting another one.
he said, if it didn't work then, it's not going to work now. So
You're not getting another one. Can't you
Oh,
see I
he
don't
did.
want
He
this
went-
one? Why would I want another one? It's a
That's the
machine
thing,
of
went
pure
out more than
evil.
one.
Yeah. No doubt. Well, you
Wow,
know,
that
as you
is-
know,
that
you
is
may know, I
pretty
smashed my
harsh.
Nintendo Entertainment System because of Mega Man 3. So, you know, we're in good company there, Lewis. Sometimes it just happens.
Console
you don't have a
smashes.
choice.
No, don't stop
Yeah.
with the controller for God's sake. Let's smash the whole console up.
The game will
No.
continue taunting you if you don't smash the game. The controller doesn't affect the game. You gotta
Well, take the
destroy the game
cartridge
itself.
out and destroy the cartridge.
Oh, I took the cartridge out. No, the cartridge was not in the machine when I got done.
No, I think I learned
That's
my lesson
hilarious.
from that.
Yeah, well. We
Oh,
all
God.
learn
You
to
any
adjust
other-
our
you got
anger
other
levels
questions,
at some
Duke.
point.
You had other questions, didn't you?
Yeah, but Stu had a good one, and I like the one
Yeah,
that
I'm
you
going to
asked
ask.
earlier
I'm going
too,
to ask
so-
Lewis.
Go
So,
ahead, Stu.
Lewis,
Ask your other one.
Lewis,
Okay.
what is something you've done in your lifetime, but you still think about now and you cringe about what you did and go, oh, shit, I still can't believe
Other
I
than
did that."
smashing your PlayStation.
Yeah, other than smashing your PlayStation 1 against the wall.
Right. You said this question to the last guy.
I
I had to
did.
think about it, thinking, oh, is he going to ask me this?
Of course I'm going to ask.
Yeah. Everyone listening now, be ready to answer all these questions right here.
You've got to confess now and get it off your chest. Come on.
Back in college,
Oh, here we go.
a girl that I fancied,
Right.
I asked her for a number,
Yep.
and she said, oh, yeah, yeah. And she just said the number straight away. So I thought, oh, a number, right?
Sorry, I think I
Turns
know
out
where this
it
is
was
going.
her best friend.
It was the number of her best friend, you said?
It was her gay best friend.
Oh,
I didn't know where you were going. No.
So I was like, oh my god. But what made it more?
So did you get a
cringy was-
date? Just asking.
No. Never spoke to her again.
Wow.
But what made
That's
it
not
more
fair
cringy-
on a friend, though. Let's be honest.
I'd have gone
That's
on a date with him.
A bit mean.
Well, the most cringy part is I actually carried on conversing with him.
Oh, afterwards.
Well,
so
hey, you
got
made a new
friend.
friend.
Made new friends.
Yeah,
Good.
I actually made a friend from it, but it was.
You know what? This
cringy.
is like that moment in 30 Rock.
Can't be the truth. The partying is just for show. And because I'm a high functioning alcoholic, all the phone numbers you see me hand out, they're not even mine.
And then there's this woman calling up Brian Williams from NBC News. So there you go.
Did you see recently in the news that this kind of happened recently in the news because there's a celebrity in this country called Maya Jama who you won't know, Duke.
I know Maya.
Oh, sure you do. But basically a guy asked this
Drake has
girl,
mentioned her in his music.
Okay.
There's this guy asked a girl for a number and she gave him a false number, and when he rang it, it was Maya Jama, and she
No
ended up
way.
and she FaceTimed him and they chatted for ages on FaceTime. And she's like,
Wow.
oh well, so she
Hey,
got
what?
to chat to me, and she was really
She's
nice.
the
to him.
co-presenter of Peter Crouch Save Our Summer.
Yeah.
Maya Jama is very like Tara loves Maya Jama, and
Yeah. I mean, that just makes her super cool to me that she
She
just
is
did
super
that. You
cool.
know, she's
She's
just
a
like,
super cool
well,
person.
I'll chat to you for a bit. It's fine.
There you go. Now, Lewis, let me ask: was this because the lady that you fancied thought you preferred the company of men, or was she just trying to get rid of you and she gave you some number of?
I wonder.
I'm pretty sure she was trying to get rid of me.
Okay, just curious. Just wondering.
Yeah.
Because again, like that's not on you. Like that's not
No.
a thing. I could
No.
tell y'all some cringy
That's
stories
not
of things that
something
I've
you
done that
did.
I regret doing.
Yeah.
But
There you
everyone
go.
comes
Oh
on
my
the show is
God,
like,
I
well, this
can't believe
person
I
did this
did
thing to me.
that.
That would hurt, and that person did that.
Yeah,
thing.
come
That's
on,
good.
come on,
I'm
Lewis.
glad that you don't sit there beating yourself up for things.
Yeah,
There's
that someone
plenty
else
of the
did
rest
to
of the
you.
world to do that for us. Yeah.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah.
So you haven't got one you've done yourself then? You haven't done something
No, we don't need to
yourself?
keep pushing. It's
Course
fine.
we do.
You
To
totally gave
open
your
wounds,
answer.
Stu.
We're good. Yeah, really.
Jesus.
Favorite moments from the show, Lewis? Things that you look back on as, or the first time you remember listening?
The thing that I always remember, because Stuart ripped me about it, was
Did?
Yeah,
I would never do that.
Yeah, I went out and bought the Ultimate Edition of Duke Nukem Forever.
Oh God, you did.
Ultimate.
Oh yeah, I do remember this.
Yeah.
Who would buy the normal version
Yeah,
of
but
that?
Stu's somebody who criticises men for using moisturiser. Like, you can't.
Yeah,
just...
that is true.
And Stuart recommended the whatever that game was, the Smuggler. So he
That
doesn't
was
have any room
good.
to
Yeah, it was
judge
a good
people. No,
game.
it sucked donkey
No.
balls. Sorry, Lewis, go on.
So yeah, the stuff that came with the game were great. The game, on the other hand,
Wasn't so much.
mm,
So
Now,
I've
there's
just
something
looked
to
it up,
cringe
Lewis.
about.
What came with the game was like a torso statue,
yeah, you got a torso statue,
dice.
some dice, and some poker chips.
some poker chips, some
And
pictures
some
and
poker cards.
postcards and things, and a book.
Yeah, no, there was no postcards.
Oh, you
just
got
pretty
gypped.
much- Yeah,
Yeah,
it
you
was pretty
did.
much a poker set. No, the best thing was because nobody was buying it. It only cost me 16 quid. So,
That's not too bad. That's not as bad.
Yeah.
It's not as
Yeah,
bad. I
so-
guess.
There you go.
It's
It
not
now
as
goes
good
for
as-
$2.44 on Amazon. Just FYI, if you wanted to.
Wow.
I won't buy it 'cause I can't find it.
See,
Yeah,
everything goes up in value eventually.
There you go.
Apart from cars, they never do.
Yeah.
So anything that you're looking forward to, Lewis? Like any games on the horizon? Oh, is he gone?
Lewis,
gone?
any games you're looking
Has he
forward
died?
to?
Oh,
Uh-oh.
he's-
Oh no,
he's
it's frozen.
froze.
Oh no,
Ah.
Oh,
that
look,
is
look
not
at
a,
that face
That
that
is
he's-
not a good time to freeze.
Lewis,
is
if you
it?
can hear us, we cannot hear you.
Oh
and
no,
we cannot
Lewis.
see you.
Look at
He's
that
back.
face
Oh,
expression.
He's back.
He's back. Is he back?
I think it froze.
I think it
Yes,
did.
it did. We
It
thought you were
did.
trolling us for a second.
Lewis,
That's
is
Any
there
games you're looking forward to?
Any games you're looking forward to?
Back for Blood.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
The
That's what
the
I'm
game from
talking
the Left 4
about.
Dead people. It looks
Yeah.
fantastic. Really,
I
really good.
agree.
Yeah.
No doubt.
Other than that, nothing
Let's
else.
hope it's got cross-platform play.
Honestly, if it
The s-
doesn't have
the
cross-platform
saying it
play, it'll kill the game. To be fair,
Yeah.
Like, it will kill the game.
Yeah, I think he needs it.
I'm positive it will do. I'm pretty sure they've been saying it has, but
Sure
we'll
hope so.
see. Plus, it's
Fingers
on the
crossed.
Game Pass, so you can play it for well, technically not free, but you get it.
Well, you play it for cheap.
Yeah.
Cheap.
So here's the question
you
then, I
won.
guess. Why would I mean, no, I don't have Game Pass because I just didn't use it. But if I'm interested in buying or playing Back for Blood, why would I buy it new? Why not just play it on Game Pass? You know what I mean?
Exactly.
Because that's the subscription model, isn't it? I might as well
Yeah.
get Game Pass for a month and then, it's
Yeah.
2 months and, it's
Well,
a year and,
sure,
I don't need my mortgage
doubt. I'm
anymore.
Yeah, no doubt. I mean, that's why we still have Hulu because we were going to watch The Handmaid's Tale and then we never got
course.
around to it. We found other things that are worth watching. So
Zara's still thinking that she's going to exit the Apple TV plan after it stops being a month,
Oh.
and I'm like, yeah, no, you ain't gonna.
Well, we did that for Amazon. Amazon had the
Prime.
couple movies we wanted to see. So yeah, we signed up for that.
Yeah,
for a
but
free week or
people
something.
don't more often than they do.
Right.
I
Oh
think,
yeah,
so,
no doubt.
Yeah, that's why it's.
I guess it's working. I feel bad for developers. I guess they're probably making their money.
What were you? Are you still into games, Lucy? Still playing games? What are you playing?
Yeah, currently I've been playing a bit of Warzone.
I still love Warzone. I still love
yeah.
it.
I hate it, but I love it.
Oh yeah, I'm
addicted.
wanking it, but I still love it. Like it's just exciting, isn't it? I don't know. It's just for me, it's just everything PUBG wanted to be, and it's just so honed in and tight.
They do good work when they make a game. They
like having those, like the bounties and the scabs in there, and just those little things in there, and then they change it up enough, and then they completely revamp the map like 3 months later, and I think they just absolutely have nailed what everybody who loved PUBG wanted, really.
Well,
what's the highest score you've gotten
I
on it?
left it for quite a few months, but then I came back.
Yeah.
And I've actually managed to get my old crew back together as well that we were playing it with.
Come on, boys.
Really
Let's get
enjoying
back
it.
together.
Yeah, come on, we've got to get some master
Let's
key.
get in that gulag, boys.
Have you had a chicken dinner
not
on
many
that, or
wins,
whatever it is when
not
you win?
many wins, but we're doing all right.
Do you get the odd win,
and then I've
Lewis?
got- Yeah. At least one a week. I've got.
What
to
a
get in.
week!
Yeah.
One a
one
week? Not bad.
Yeah.
Bloody hell!
And you're having
Not
fun.
bad.
That's the most important thing, you know.
Oh yeah.
For me, if I get in the top 10, I'm happy, really. Okay, yeah.
That's like Battlefield 4. Like I'm never gonna be number 1, but if I'm in the top 5 or 10, I'm like I'm having a great round.
I think
I'm
I
5 and 12, but I captured 7 flags. So
no,
you know.
I think I got to like 13 or something recently, but I had like 7-8 kills, so I played like really well. And sometimes that can be just as good as winning.
The
sometimes.
curve was shifted, and
Yeah.
you did well to keep
I
up with
absolutely
it. So,
battered like a team and all this sort of stuff. That feels good.
when you get too fixated on like winning, I think then you just start to have less fun. So,
Yeah, what's the point of playing if you don't win? What's the matter with you?
have fun.
Just saying.
Fun. Run for
And then
fun.
win.
It's
Not
kinda
fun
helpful.
It's not fun if you don't win.
Yeah, it's
says
not funny if
every
you don't win.
sour
What's the
Rocket
point of
League
playing
child in the
competitive
world.
multiplayer if you don't win?
Yeah.
What's the matter with you?
That's why I always win at Minecraft.
Have you heard from Fletch, Lewis?
Yeah. Talk to him regularly. Yeah.
Is he one of the Warzone crew?
No. Unfortunately, he won't
He's
join
too,
us.
he's too much into his like JRP. I don't know.
No, he's playing Sea of Thieves, isn't he?
Sea
He
of
plays a
Thieves.
lot. Of Sea of
Oh yeah,
Thieves.
remember the 24-hour thing? And I played an hour of Sea of Thieves.
Yeah, I joined the. I was watching it whilst you were playing.
Yeah. And Dan was
Yeah.
like, "Oh, we should play more," and I was like, "Yeah, I don't think I liked it though. I liked it, but for me, if you put that next to Warzone, I'm playing Warzone.
Yeah, it's
like,
not Warzone, is it?
You know.
Yeah.
Well, we haven't tried the Pirates of the Caribbean expansion. Though.
True,
Maybe that
true.
would-
I just liked because I was playing with Dan and he knew so much about it. It's so much easier to play with someone that just knows. And I did have fun. I did like enjoy it. And if there was like 4 of us in there, and I'm just sort of, coming along for the ride, I think I would have a good time. But yeah,
Susan plays a lot of it, doesn't
Yeah,
she? She
yeah,
plays
yeah.
loads of
I think
Sea of
John
Thieves.
does as well. I think he plays it as well. So.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Sea of
So-
Thieves. Never
Right,
played it.
Lewis, anything you want to say before we kick you out?
Yeah, kick you off.
I want to thank you for having me on.
No problem.
It was
Yeah.
a pleasure to finally meet Duke.
Yeah,
even if it's not in
likewise.
person. And yeah, keep on keeping on, guys.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Thank
well,
you,
we'll
Lewis.
try.
All right. Thank you, Lewis. And hopefully at
Take
some
care.
point we will meet in person.
I hope
Next time
so.
I make
I
it
hope
over
so
there,
too.
or you can come over here.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely.
Excellent.
Hell yeah.
excellent.
Wow.
Okay, mate.
Thanks,
I'm going
guys.
to kick you out, Lewis.
Kick him
Thanks a
out.
lot, Lewis.
Get
Have a
rid of
great
him.
rest of your day.
Cheers, guys. Take care.
See you,
Bye.
Lewis. Thank you.
Bye.
It's
time for a shout out.
Whoops, I clicked the wrong button.
Wow. Do you know what though? By the way, I was thinking before
Go ahead.
to get to 1,000 shows, we'll have to do another 8 years.
It can get you in a lot of trouble thinking I shouldn't do so much of it.
8 years, people. Just say.
Hold on. No, that's not
Snatch.
right, surely.
Well, it's close because it's
50 episodes a
Oh, no,
year.
yeah, you're
yeah,
right.
50
Yeah.
episodes a year. Well, 52.
8 more
Fuck's
years.
sake. 8 years to get to 1,000.
Well, that's why we don't
people.
think about it in those terms. Just think about it like, 1 week at a time, man.
Yeah.
It's all good.
Listen to Ginny. Oh,
All right, this one is from Joystick J. It's 1:30.
Hello, veteran gamers. It's Jay here, wishing you a very happy 600th episode.
What the fuck is Jay talking about?
Bloody hell. I remember starting my journey with you on episode 478 a few years
specific.
ago on my lonely journeys to work down the M62, and then beginning to engage with you a few episodes later, sending in emails and just sending in random crap and questions, and then finally coming on the 500th episode show and talking with you, which was a hell of a treat. And it was then when I began my serial quizzes, the Veteran Gamers Quiz of Yesteryear, which lasted for 34 quizzes across the next sort of 18 months or so, before finally starting my own podcast, Joysticks and Chill. It's been a hell of a journey, and it all began with you guys on 478. So thank you very much for being here. You've always been a great listen. You're a great bunch of guys. And if we at Joysticks and Chill are still going after 600 episodes, then we're going to be pretty fucking sad. So
That's how we feel.
thank you all.
Yeah, we do.
Goodbye. Happy 600th episode. Yay!
Yay!
Thanks, Jay.
Yeah, thanks, Jay.
I love Jay so much.
Appreciate that.
Yeah, I miss the quizzes. I must admit, I do miss
Well,
them.
yeah, but they took so much time. I just
Yeah,
thought,
no,
So
the
what?
effort.
They were
the effort,
in
but-
service to us.
I know, but
Yeah,
like,
therefore
I
they
just
were
like, I did
time
remember
well
thinking,
spent.
I don't know how long this is gonna last because these are so much effort.
He did a
man.
lot. He went way longer than I
he went
expected.
well, and he went above and beyond in a
He
lot
did.
of
he
different
He really did, but
regards.
I enjoyed them, and I'm glad that he sort of
Yes, they were awesome.
he slowed them down in order to make time for other things like making his own podcast and hopefully
Yes.
chilling out. But
Hopefully.
all good. I think we are ready for our next person.
Have we got another person? Have we got another person?
Yeah.
That's good.
So apparently they are sort of looking after like a 3-year-old at the same time. So I just
This'll
want to
be
give them
interesting.
a bit of a preamble. Like we're
Yeah.
gonna let you in the room, person who's waiting
Now,
in the room.
will this be the first person who's got their audio ready to go?
No, no
That's the
one's
question.
no.
No one has their audio.
No one has
ready.
their
Just
audio ready.
asking.
So there is going to be an awkward like, oh, is your audio ready?
Is
at
it
the start of
going? Is
all
it
these,
moving?
but-
Are you muted? What's happening?
But that's just I don't know.
Part of the
Zoom,
course,
that's
man.
Zoom
That's the
for
way
you,
it
man.
Here he
It's
is. Here he
slick.
is.
Zoom is
Audrex.
slick.
Audrex.
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 Hello.
Hey, it did work right away.
Wow,
Ooh,
look
in
at
the
that.
face.
Like a
Look at
pro.
Audrex. He knows what he's doing with Zoom.
Not really. I just kind of downloaded it. I've been cocking around with it, probably annoying Chinny for the last half an hour trying to figure out how
Try
it
to get
works.
in. Try to get in. Audrex, stop right there. You've got a bongo drum right behind you. What's going on?
Yeah, what's happening?
They're my congas.
Oh, you congas.
Wow.
Sorry, you congos.
Come on, get your drums right,
Yeah,
Chinny.
get-
God,
yeah,
sorry.
Chinny. If
You
you're
wanna
gonna
do a
fucking
duet,
mention
Audrex?
drums,
You ready?
hell.
1, 2, 3, 4.
I'm embarrassed myself.
is that what?
Oh,
Can
I
you
thought
do
you
that?
play with me.
Can you do that live?
Probably not with a 3-year-old that's just maybe just gone.
Oh,
to
your
sleep.
3-year-old's more important than this show. Is that what you're saying?
come on,
To be
man,
honest,
what's the matter with you?
to be honest, mate, I'm not really happy with that. I think you should
No, I think you should do it.
just wake them up. So
I'll tell you what.
What's the 3-year-old's name?
I'll do a sample one day and I'll send you some.
Yeah.
Yeah,
samples.
totally.
Yeah, send it in. Send it in.
Do
Then
that,
we've got
mate.
another soundbite for Duke to play incessantly.
definitely,
Yeah.
definitely.
There you
Yeah.
go.
Thanks for that.
We got some questions for you.
Yeah.
Right, yeah.
Go for it.
I
dude.
What
kinda
has been the
gathered
most
that was the
frustrating
format.
gaming experience of your life so far?
That's kind of probably right. Okay, bit of background. I had a really bad World of Warcraft addiction 10 years ago. We're talking crazy hours. Nearly threw away my apprenticeship. Everything.
Oh my God. People are mad, aren't they? With World of Warcraft.
My missus basically nearly left me. And at some point, I realised that was a really shit thing to be doing, and kind of got rid of all of that.
I thought you was going to say. I thought you was going to say. Realised that was a shit thing to do, so I got rid of her. And
no. So we're still together nearly 20 years.
Got rid of her, and I ranked up on that World of Warcraft. Thank you very much.
No, yeah, I was majorly addicted to that. It was like having a second job, probably putting more hours on that, and I basically deliberately broke my PC. So that I could go cold turkey because it was the only way.
Wow, that's hardcore.
No,
it's a beautiful example of commitment. Like I hope people appreciated
To be fair, though, Aldrex, I'm just saying this. I'm putting it out there. You could have just taken your hard drive out rather than break the PC.
Yeah, no.
And then stuck it
put
back
a
in
hard drive back in,
later.
though.
Yeah, exactly.
You don't know what addiction is like, though.
You
You
could
could
have
put
given
it
it
back
to his wife to look after or whatever.
No, he's cutting the cord. He's like, no, that's it.
That's it. And then basically, after about a year of not video gaming at all, I got an iPad and started listening to you guys, an iPod rather, sorry. And I thought, I'm going to buy a 360 because of Red Dead Redemption.
Oh no, we started all over again.
We rekindled his addiction.
No, I've been pretty good with it actually. No, I barely even game these days. I play on Minecraft on my phone, but
Minecraft.
the Xbox doesn't go on really at all. I haven't got time. I've got too much jobs.
So I mean,
yeah.
So we have helped people modulate and moderate their gaming.
Absolutely,
that's what we do.
Hold on. So,
Well,
you know when you're playing in the Realm, are you on your phone?
Yeah.
So all that stuff that you've made on your phone.
Entirely, yeah, pretty much.
That's impressive.
That's
That is
insane.
extra impressive.
It is insane.
Chinny can't do it with two hands. You're doing it with your thumbs alone.
I know, yeah.
Yeah, it's weird. It's weird.
You made the underwater temple. Is that you? I can't remember.
Yeah. That's me. Yeah.
And then
Over
you
by
showed
the
me around
volcano.
it, all the way around it, didn't you? And
Yeah, we explored it about a year and a half ago. I think,
Yeah. And you did
Yeah,
all
I'm
that on
now
your phone.
building loads of
That
other
is
mad
mad.
machines. Yeah.
So what
Yeah,
have
no,
you been
it's
working
weird.
on the Realm lately?
At the moment, I made a really, really, really long railway to get me to about 17,500 blocks out.
Oh, I think I saw you chatting about that. Yeah.
Yeah, so that I could get new spawning chunks. I could get copper and all the geodes and.
Those are only available in the new ones, huh?
Yeah, you have to get a new chunk. So I've been doing that, and more recently I've been making a flying machine for automatic kelp collection. So,
Wow.
Someone in another realm that I'm playing on made a flying machine, and I was like, well, that's impressive.
Yeah, is it
Meanwhile,
on
I got
Java or
flashing
Bedrock?
lights.
I
Is it
know,
on
I
Java
saw
or
that. It's
Bedrock,
weird.
Duke?
Yeah.
Is it on Java or Bedrock?
Java.
Yeah, see, like when I started playing Minecraft on Xbox 360, I think it was, it used to have, like, Legacy Edition had quasi connectivity, going into the weeds with Redstone, which when they went over to Bedrock, they totally changed the way Redstone works.
Right.
So making flying machines work in Bedrock is a real pig. And I've actually been in the testing realm now for a couple of days, playing around with about 4 or 5 different designs. I finally found one that is actually reliable. And so that's going to be the one that I put on the realm. But currently there's loads of creepers around. And I don't really,
So if we were to start a new realm, we would get all those new things in the
Yeah, you'd have to start a whole new map. Yeah.
Interesting. Wow. I mean, I'm not proposing this. I'm just saying at some point it makes sense to wipe the realm. But
Yeah, well, there's potential, all the glitching that went on back in the day. I doubt that's particularly good for lag. Certainly, like the hundreds of chests and stuff all around. Like for lag, like chests are really crap compared to barrels, for example. So there are things that you can do, like all the stuff
I've
with
never
animation.
made a barrel. I see them, but I've never done one.
I love barrels.
What's the benefit of the barrel?
What's the benefit of a barrel? or a chest?
They just cause less lag when you've got lots of barrels, because they don't have the opening animation that chests causes less lag. So I use barrels.
God,
so-
you
Here's according to the
And
official
and it's
wiki.
more
Hang on.
efficient.
Hang on.
Unlike chests, a barrel can be placed below a solid block and still be able to be opened.
There you go.
Here's a question, Audrey. Have you got your camera on a selfie stick? I'm just wondering because he's moving around a lot. What's
No, he's
happening?
holding it.
Sorry, it's my
He's got
phone.
very, very
My
long
phone.
Oh, he's on his phone.
He's on
I
his
get
phone.
you
What do you
now.
think he was doing? Holding a laptop?
I don't know. It's like when you do EGX, Chinny, and you walk yourself around,
Oh,
you
yeah.
know, with a phone.
He's on his phone.
Yeah.
I have got the other
You see in the
question.
garage smoking, you know, like.
Exactly. I've got the other question for you. We're going to have to ask you now. What thing have you? Let's hope it's something he's actually done at this point, not something someone's done to him. But have you ever done anything in your life that you still think about now and cringe and go, "Shit, I can't believe I did that"?
There's God, mate, I dropped clangers.
Come on, let's have them.
Probably the one that I look back. I mean, there's my school life. Oh my God, it's littered with that sort of stuff. But I sort of laughed at. I mean, that's like 25, 30 years ago. But probably the one that is quite memorable is when one of my friends is like just chinning me off. She's there going, you know, we was at a festival and she's just mouthing off at me. And I'm telling her to piss off, you know. I'm like, oh, fuck off, go on, do one, hop it. And,
These are all British
she's just
idioms,
laughing.
Duke, for just
they are.
shouting at him.
She's laughing at me
Guess
because
that,
then the one-legged man comes past on crutches and he's looking at me. And I'm like, you know, I didn't know who to look, and he's not looking away. He's giving me daggers. And I saw him, you know, thousands of people at this festival. I must have seen him about 20 times for the rest of the day. And he kept looking at me. I'm thinking, do I say to him, mate, I was talking to my friend, you know, or do I just, yeah, that's probably the most cringy one, you know, like, yeah, you got to be careful what you say, you know.
You do,
and,
totally do.
I've got a loud mouth and I'm a builder, so sometimes I put myself in
But
this
it's also that thing of like, you know, you say it but you didn't double down on it. You didn't like act like an asshole on top of it. You recognize, okay, that was a mistake, and then like, you know,
yeah, I
presumably haven't
don't
done it
think he
again.
saw it that way, like, you know.
Well, no, I know he didn't. But what can you do about
Duke
that?
could be the worst person
Yeah.
in a bar fight. Look, you both understand that you're
exactly.
upset.
You know,
Let's talk it out. Let's
Okay.
let's discuss,
You
guys.
can glass me if you want to. You know, I get it.
So,
no, totally. I mean, yeah.
So have you
Yeah,
got
that's
any?
just that's
Any?
probably the most PC that I can think of off the top of my
Yeah,
head.
yeah. We'll keep it.
Oh, we're not PC, man. You can say what you like. What's the
I
matter
don't
with you?
know.
We're gonna keep it PC for this episode.
Yeah,
But have you got any? sort of
maybe over a
things-
drink one day.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
what's-
Maybe when we like if we ever meet you for reels.
For
Well, it nearly happened last year, but all of the lockdown and stuff,
I
like, cancelled. But I
know.
was going to come up to that,
Yeah.
that thing in
Fucking
Arcade
crazy shit
Club.
went down.
Arcade Club.
Yeah.
let's go up to
I'll still
Arcade
never
Club and see.
forget the day I phoned Chinny from work and went, Chinny, I'm a bit worried about the meetup thing. I think we should cancel it because if people start booking hotels and then we can't go, I'll feel really guilty if they paid like deposits and
Yeah.
stuff they can't get
Yeah,
back.
well, this is
And it
isn't
was just, it was mental, weren't it, Chinny? And
Yeah,
Chinny's
the
like,
whole
nah, it'll be
thing's
fine.
been
I'm like, I'm
mental.
not sure it will.
Remember when we
I'm
thought
sure
it might
it
be
will.
a month or two? At first, we were like, yeah, we'll be back in business.
Yeah,
by
it'll be
summer.
fine. Who
Yeah.
knew?
I mean, maybe
Who
it'll last till
fucking knew?
Christmas. Maybe. I don't know.
We'd be in a sci-fi novel. Who knew?
No.
yeah, no, yeah. It's just one of them, innit? Yeah.
So have you been greatly affected by the whole pandemic?
As heck, he's a builder, man. They're working all the
Are you
time.
a builder?
I'm a carpenter. Yeah,
Oh no, you're
carpenter's
you're
one.
booked up for like 12 years.
Yeah, he's the guy
yeah.
who comes around and goes, "Oh yeah, I can do it in like 4 months."
Well, yeah, no, it is a bit like that at the moment. It's not really even so much that; it's more the cost of building materials. Like it's gone up about 5-fold in some places.
Yeah.
Wow.
So obviously, clients don't really want to pay that. So there's a bit of a worry there.
Well, tough.
I haven't. The thing was when like the whole lockdown initially started, I was trying to move my family back from West Country to Southeast. It's where I'm from. It's where all my connections are. It just wasn't working in the West.
Mhm.
So yeah, basically I'd been back in Kent for about a month and a half, and then the virus hit. And it's like, right, well, I can either go back to the West Country and be bankrupt in a month, or I can just work. And so I just, I've had to work.
Worked your way through it.
There's none of this. We're all in the same boat. We're all in completely different boats. We are.
Oh, yeah.
We're all in our
It's
own
mad,
boat,
isn't
and we've
it?
got to work out how to get through this madness. And it is, I'm not even going to go into the political, the monetary vehicles that are being utilised in order to make sure they're still very wealthy and the rest of us look like shitheads. We're not going to talk about that. you know, it's yeah.
When you're ready to talk about it, we could talk about it.
Oh, yeah, we go.
Oh well.
Just out of
Yeah.
interest, do you do like window frames and sort of door frames, or do you
You
make
asking for a
furniture?
quote, Stu? What the
Yeah, I'm just asking. I'm just asking for a friend.
He's got this
I've,
PC that's all broken.
I like to know.
I'm a carpenter and joiner. I started off in the workshop, like joinery workshop. I make doors, windows. I make them to conservation standards, so I can mold match period stuff. Do a lot
Wow.
of period restorations,
Listed buildings and stuff like that.
renovations, reclamations, box ashes. I do new build, like cabinetry. I do it all. Everything out of wood, I do it. I can
That's
make it,
class,
no problem.
awesome. That's
I have a friend who's a woodworker, and he's always showing me these he does a lot of cabinets and things for people and restorations, but he also does like guitars, and like he's making this coffee table that's a diorama of a Frank Zappa concert. He goes to this
Wow, that's
festival in
cool.
Germany every once in a while,
sounds cool.
so he's just describing it. I'm like, damn, I can't wait to see that. It's very impressive to
I
see
got-
someone who has that kind of skill to.
I got into like a YouTube channel that just makes like kitchen worktops, but like they're badass. Like like he,
Kitchen
I don't know why. He just
How is
he
a
just-
kitchen worktop?
he quit his
badass?
job. No, he quit his job. Right, and
Are
he
they
just
the
makes
moulded ones?
yeah, like molded ones, and like he
Yeah,
puts
yeah.
like these clear resin. I don't know what it is. Some
Yeah,
shit.
epoxy resin.
Yeah,
then you
yeah,
just,
and he puts it and he
do like
smooths it, and it's
river tape
really
and stuff.
satisfying.
Kind of like that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's so satisfying to watch
I
it.
don't really work with epoxy very much because it's pretty chemical and it's pretty bloody toxic.
Yeah, yeah. Well, but he was making it
Should
to
we
like
lick in
the back of this.
He was making to order and just like fit a certain kitchen, and then he shows you the whole journey of him making it, what wood he made it from, and then he delivers it and he slots it in and he's hoping that it works. And I just watched like 3 of these videos. It's so weird, but like the woodwork, I can't do it, but it is like sort of really fascinating. I wish I
Do
could.
you have a favorite? Do you have a favorite wood to work with, Audrey?
Do you have a favorite wood?
My favourite wood is to work with. I mean, it depends if you're talking like structurally, whether it has movement, whether it's filled up with.
I bet you like. Come on,
natural
Aldrich. I bet you
defects,
like a nice bit of
or
oak.
Are you talking
a nice
like,
English oak, don't you?
Are we talking a stew kind of more stew, like aesthetically pleasing? Because if it's aesthetically
course,
pleasing,
yeah.
I'm just going to say American, like black American walnut, beautiful,
Okay.
beautiful,
Beautiful.
Like,
Beautiful.
The figure
Over an
the figure
English
is
oak?
fantastic.
What is the matter with you?
Yeah, absolutely over English oak. Yeah, unless it's a 3/4 cut English oak and you're looking at the medallion.
Yeah, it's a completely
there
different
is-
ball
There you
game,
go.
Stu.
Oh,
Different ball
Oh,
game.
no idea what he's talking about. I'm just agreeing. Oh, yeah,
Right, just to
totally.
relate this back to snooker, because that's the only wood I know. Right. Do you know what common 2 woods are made with snooker cues? Go.
I'd say it might be ash for Q.
Yeah, ash
want
is
some of that
one
done
of
for
them.
men.
Ash is one of them.
10
And,
reams.
and if it's dark, it might be a walnut.
No,
don't know.
the other one is
Or it
maple.
might be a
I'm
mahogany.
afraid, Hills, you've got it wrong. It's
If it's
maple.
only light. Yeah. I've never made a Q. I'll be honest.
But like I've watched
I've-
videos
There's
of
your
them do
next
that
challenge.
as well. But like my cue is maple, but Ash has the ones with the lines on it. So a lot of snooker players like
Yeah,
those. But
yeah.
there you go.
I've got
I
a
must
snooker
admit, I
cue
like the
story
cut
actually.
on them.
The what?
Yeah. The cut, like how they look like they're really
Oh, yeah.
elongated points.
Yeah. Like
connecting,
well,
say,
the
essentially
handmade
two
ones have
pieces.
curves on them. And
Yeah, beautiful.
yeah, and like I got to pick all the wood on the bottom of my cue as well, so you get to pick like all
Get
that sort of
you.
stuff. All
Like a
that mad shit.
lightsaber where you get your crystal.
But yeah, I've got a snooker cue story. Do you want to hear this?
Thank
It's,
God.
it's kind of a cool story. But
There's no cool story when it comes to
there
snooker.
used to
really.
be a businessman who lived
Just wait till
near
this.
where I am, who called Trevor Emmons, and he was very rich. And he bought at auction the snooker cue which Alex Higgins used to win the world championships. So he bought this
Oh.
snooker cue for a lot of money at
Mhm.
auction, and he had it on display in his lovely massive mansion house. And then one of his young children thought it'd be funny to get the snooker cue and throw it in the swimming pool
Oh,
of his
no.
large mansion house. And obviously,
Yeah.
what happens to wood when you put it in water?
It's
Yeah,
fine,
it doesn't
everything's
like
great.
it.
In water.
Depends on the kind of wood.
That's true.
Well, needless to say, it wasn't great. So he decided to dry it out on his radiator. And then guess
Which is
what
probably
happened?
The worst thing you can do. Yeah.
Yeah, guess what
You've got a
happened
banana
then?
cue, yeah.
He had a banana cue.
Yeah, of course.
So what
So we
should
have
you do
this-
if you get your wood wet?
Cue wet.
You should probably make some kind of jig to hold it straight. and you should
okay.
probably dry it out really bloody slow.
It's like so you can keep as much form as you can with the jig.
Yeah.
But then just
Yeah.
keep it in like a cool place
I
so
mean,
it dries slow.
if you see it's already gone curved one way, you might make the jig so that you can offset that end. You know?
Needless to say, it's very expensive snooker cube. Probably wasn't worth that much after
Oh,
that.
there you
Probably not. I mean.
No.
It's a lot, stupid kid.
I know, yeah.
Watch your
He
expensive
had loads
wood
of money.
stuff.
He
Don't let a
didn't
kid
care. He
throw
has
it.
so much money. He didn't give a
Yeah,
shit.
but it has sentimental value.
Don't know
Uh,
anything, I don't think.
I don't think he did. I think he just wanted to own it. You know, he's one of these people. Loads of money.
Yeah. Why would you? Well, yeah, it's not unless you're a complete souvenir collector. In which case, you'd probably have it locked away in part of your collection.
Yeah. He did used to
I
play
think, like-
snooker, funnily enough, with Timmy Knowles, which is Tony Knowles' cousin. So we used to
Means
go to the
nothing
snooker
to me.
club. Do you know the snooker club I
You
took
know.
you to, Chinny?
Big bad Tony Knowles.
Means
Don't you know?
Tony Knowles.
Don't you know?
Well, Timmy, his
You
cousin.
know, Greg
yeah, he used to
Davison.
play-
Like,
used to
what-
play there where we played, Chinny.
And other people you don't know.
Mike
I
Fredericks.
don't
You know
know
who
either.
Tony Knowles is?
Yeah, I know who Tony. But fucking Aldrex doesn't know. He doesn't give a shit.
He might do. He's old enough.
Anyway, you were saying something
Oh,
about
God.
something else, Stuart, or not? Okay.
Mate,
I don't know.
I don't know.
Any
I'm
games on the
stupid.
horizon, Ordrex? Things you're looking
Yeah,
forward
anything
to?
coming out?
Probably Minecraft. I don't know. I've just got a Series X, and I kind of occasionally I go with whatever that throws at me.
Yeah, Game
I've,
Pass, man. Are you on that?
I've been playing Resident Evil. As I said to Susan, I don't know, it scares the shit out of me. Like,
Is this
maybe go
Village
on
or
it.
7?
No, the one before that.
Yeah, 7. Oh, that's a scary game.
I'll go on that for about half an hour, and you know, I don't think I'm particularly like easy to shit up, but yeah, that
I
does
think
me
the older I
like-
get, the more comfortable
Yeah.
I am with saying I'm a
Yeah.
massive pussy.
Yeah, well, hence my comfortable level seems to be Minecraft. I have been
Yeah.
playing, I have been replaying the Batman games because they're bloody good.
Yeah.
But I'll be honest,
Yeah, they're
with you,
not
Game
scary.
Pass, I don't know what's coming out. I'm not really overly interested in anything that is coming out. I don't think until it's in
No.
my face.
I feel you.
I
To be
just
fair,
played
like,
the Valhalla thing.
I'm sort of going through the same thing really. Like I wouldn't say I've fallen out of love with games or anything like that, but I'm more content with just sort of playing whatever I want to play these days. Like whereas, especially when you do a show like this, you feel like you're propelled to play something new. Well, except unless your name's Eric, and then
Yeah.
you know. But like I feel like you were just saying like these days there's nothing really that you know. I like like Back 4 Blood or whatever people have been talking about. Yeah, it looks good, but I don't know. I'm just sort of
12 minutes, man. 12 minutes, I'm telling you now.
yeah.
I
Well,
mean,
no, I can't trust you, Stu.
The
Of course you
last
can
game
trust
that
me,
I
totally
played multiplayer, other than Minecraft, was GTA Online. I mean,
Yeah.
I did
And that's a
play a,
hot
lot
mess.
of that. I did play. Oh, that's great. That's great. It's just everything there. It's
Yeah.
everything in one place. I mean,
You play Red Dead Online?
brilliant. I didn't really. I played a little bit of it, but because of the way lockdown worked, I was away from my console probably after completing the single player, and I didn't really fancy trying to put it through my. I had a decent laptop. It sounds like an aircraft taking off. So it's like it kind of takes you out of the immersion side of things. So
Yeah.
I don't know. No, I don't know. Now I don't really seem to have any spare time. I just
No.
Yeah.
I'd recommend if you did want to sort of get back into an online game and not GTA Online, but Red Dead Online is.
Yeah.
I was addicted for a bit. I've gone off it now, but I could easily if I started playing it now, I'd play it for like an hour.
I figured I might play Fallout again. Actually, Fallout 4. Really like that.
Yeah.
Because I got all the DLC for it. I never actually played that.
I don't think I played
Oh
any
yeah,
of the
Nuka
DLC.
World is good.
And the other one, the one where you go out into the endless sea. I think it's a nautical.
Oh yeah. Far Harbor.
Yeah, that looks really
I
good.
can't remember if I did any of that. I don't.
No, I didn't do any of it. I was sort of in two minds as to whether to start again or to pick
I
up my
always
old
start fresh
character.
from-
I think I might take your cue on that one, Duke. Yeah, when I get the time.
Well,
yeah.
Aldrex, is there anything you want to say before we kick you out, mate? Thanks for jumping on, by the
No,
way.
other than yeah, just a couple of little things. Duke, I really admire your integrity over the years. All your protest stuff, fair play.
Thanks, man.
At the fore, I've always listened to all your didactic singcasts. Find them very eloquent.
Thanks, man.
Yeah, really good. Chinny, mate, you just crack me up. Your humour is just you have me having. I'm at work having belly laughs and walking around. Just some of the samples that Duke's got with you in it just kill me. It's the way you intersect with. And
I just want to say, fuck this game. I'm done.
Exactly. Yeah. And Stu, mate, you are Stu. You're brilliant, mate. I admire your shoulders, mate, because you just let it slide off you, and you just keep smiling. And
I have broad shoulders. I have to work with these two. Work with you, these two. If you hear that, I'll work with you.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ.
Any man that can rock a goatee like that can.
Exactly. It's not fucking goatee, all right.
Yeah, it is. Anyway, thank you very
thanks,
much
man. Thanks for your nice words. That's really sweet. Thank you very much, mate. All right, I'll see you on Minecraft probably.
Thanks for coming in.
See you, mate.
See ya.
Might have to leave yourself. I don't know. I'm worried that I'll ban you forever.
Yeah, don't ban him. Good God.
All right. Well, isn't that nice?
It is.
Nice
can I
things.
just say before we instead of doing the speak pipe at this point, we have got quite a few emails as well. So I thought we'd read one of those.
Let's get a couple of emails. I'm enjoying this show. It's a great show.
Whoa.
It's all about us. It's all about us, this show.
Exactly.
It's
Tell
all
us how
about
Bruno
us. That's why I like it.
Here is the first email of about 5 we've got to read.
Okay.
So do
You
this
said there was
first.
loads. 5 is.
Yeah, it's quite a few. It's from our regular contributor to the show over the years. Talks about shit a lot. Can you guess who it is? He says, "What are you on about? What are you on about?"
He's finally started talking to himself.
I know. I ask that question about him all the time. This is not financial advice.
Okay.
My game of 2021 involves eating popcorn, hanging with apes, buying bananas, and holding them until we land on the moon. You guys should go enjoy a movie or play some video games this weekend. I recommend visiting an AMC theater or fantastic GameStop near you. I like them both. My runner-up for Game of the Year is Totally Reliable Delivery Service on Game Pass. We played this. You remember
We
this?
did, yeah. There's a video on YouTube. No one watched it.
Yeah, because it's a terrible game. Me and my kid have crashed a lot of helicopters, which is entertaining enough. But the best part of this game is the fart button. But I'm not just holding B to pass gas. I'm holding AMC until I see the stars. # naked shorts. This is not financial advice, by the way. So there you go.
You know what? I love his consistency. He sticks to his form.
Mm-hmm.
He loves his craft. And thank you, Jason. I appreciate that. Thank you very much.
I'm going to read another one because this kind of links in, and I missed this. Right, what's happened? By the way, Duke, I sent you an email saying I think the website's been hacked, or potentially people are trying to hack it. And as a result, they're now spamming some of the emails we get because obviously they're being sent by these people who are trying to hack us.
Mhm.
But this one slipped through the net, and it's from the 9th of June, so this is over a month ago nearly. And it's from the guy called Kieran Donald, and he says, AMC, hi guys, this one's mainly for Duke, as I'd like to address some comments made on the AMC stock. So this is addressed at you, Dukey.
Okay. Yeah.
I've been trading for nearly 4 years now, so I wouldn't say I'm the most experienced. However, I know my stuff, and I've done lots of research on AMC. Obviously, this isn't financial advice at all. Duke commented that it's really hard and you'd be extremely lucky to get AMC to spike like GameStop, and that we're like, let's take some random stock and put money into it, and that we could have put it in a company that's trying to help the world. This just is not the case at all. People aren't just throwing money into AMC because they like the company. When the pandemic started last year, all these big hedge funds shorted AMC,
Right,
which
sure.
is essentially betting on the stock price to drop. This is the heaviest shorted stock on the market. As the price has risen, the shorts haven't been able to get rid of their shares. The higher the price goes, the more it will cost them to do that. On top of all of this, it's literally costing the hedge funds billions in interest. Eventually, they will hit a point where they will have to buy back the shares, causing a squeeze, and the price will go even higher. That squeeze is the reason you mentioned that GME spiked and went up $400. Obviously, there's absolutely no guarantees in the stock market at all. but there is a logical reason we have chosen AMC, and it's not just random.
Fair enough.
Generally,
That's a good point.
genuinely not having a go, as I love the show and I think they're all hilarious. Just hope to clear this up a bit. Keep
Yes,
up the
no, I
great work,
appreciate
guys.
that.
Thanks, Kieran. So I'm
See,
really
that's
sorry.
good. I
Kieran, you
love.
missed this.
Yeah, no, I love getting that because that person knows, something about that world that I like to observe from a distance, but I don't, have any personal experience with it. So yeah, no, that's great. Thank you.
I have
Good
no
for the
idea what he was talking
clarification.
about, by the way.
Well, I do, and I appreciate that. So yeah, cheers.
So there you
Appreciate
go.
it.
Cleared
Huzzah.
that up.
Yeah.
Right, shall we get another caller in?
We got
Have
another guest waiting
Have we
in
got
the
another
wings.
guest lined
All
up?
right. Beep boop 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 beep boop 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 beep boop 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 beep boop boop. Now joining veteran gamers voice Discord.
I'm impressed. That was cool.
We'll see if
Are
they're
you
there.
there?
I didn't even know you had that soundbite, Duke.
I do.
You
I
have
still
so many
do.
soundbites we don't even know.
What? Speak.
Hello.
Hi.
Hey.
It's Jacinta.
Yay. Welcome.
Jacinta.
My Twitch stream was lagging, so I was like, "What?"
It's
fine.
Yeah, well,
we
it's
should start
delayed.
by asking what silly time of the day is it there at the moment?
That's right.
It's 7 a.m.
Oh, that's
my
not too
goodness.
bad. That's
Thank
not
you
too
for
not
getting
too
up
bad,
so
but
early to be with us.
I woke up at 5 because I wanted to
Me
listen
too.
to the whole show so that I had context, But then I fell asleep,
Yes.
and then I woke up at
Wow.
7 and went, "Ah, I've missed
Perfect
it."
What
timing.
you're saying is you've missed the intricate storyline of this episode, and you have no
Yeah.
idea where you
Yeah.
are in the
You
show.
don't know where we're up
Exactly.
to.
Right.
What's
I'd
going
listened
on.
just to Audrix, and
Okay.
that's it.
Yeah. Well, that's fine.
Contextless.
We're glad you're here.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Well,
it's
thanks.
good.
Thanks for coming on. How's the Bambino?
Yeah, how's it going?
The Bambino
Good
is
kids.
good.
Yeah.
He's asleep right now, which is good. I fed him just before.
All good.
Yeah, he likes to sleep while I play video games.
Nice.
That's
That
the only
is a
time I
good
have.
thing.
I'm a
It's
potato.
the only time that I have for video games is when he is asleep, but he sleeps
Yeah.
quite a lot, so that's all right.
So you sort of drug him and put him out, and then you'd
Yeah,
be like, all
yeah.
right, video
yeah,
game time.
yeah,
There you go.
yeah.
Calpol, man, that's your friend. Calpol is your friend. Give him lots
Oh
of
gosh,
that.
I'm sorry, my dog
Spoons.
is very excited.
Nah, we
We
don't
can barely
mind.
hear him. It's fine.
Okay, that's good.
So
okay.
Jacinta, what was the most frustrating gaming experience of your life?
The Last of Us Part 2.
Yeah.
Really?
Also the best.
But like,
So
I mean,
it's
it's
like-
got so many
Tense
options
gameplay,
to,
but awesome story.
But it's got so many options
Yeah.
to sort of make the difficulty a little bit easier, or
Yeah, and I turned them all on, and it was still difficult.
yeah, I suppose so.
There you go.
Yeah.
I'm just bad at games.
Well, no, but
Just
at least you still got something from it, though. You could still play it and enjoy it, which is
Yeah,
something.
well,
Or you could have
enjoy
not
is
played it. I mean,
again.
that was also an option.
Yeah.
Yeah. I've thought about doing that with some games, just because sometimes, like, if I get frustrated, I'll just rage quit very easily.
Yeah.
And I've missed the end of a lot of games that way. So I've considered doing it for other games, but for this one, I managed to smash my way through while I was pregnant. Probably not a great game to play when you're pregnant.
Well,
Yeah, the hormones help. Use them hormones to your
Well,
advantage. That's what I say.
Now your kid knows about,
Yeah,
surviving in the
exactly.
No,
wasteland.
and I'm just worried that I sort of sent him stress hormone.
He'll be
Yeah. It was
fine.
good for a kid. Be
He's
on his
sleeping
toes.
all
Oh,
the
yeah.
time. It's
Oh,
fine.
yeah,
Yeah.
definitely.
That's why he's sleeping all the time. He's
he's
like, I can't
pretty
take
good.
it. I
Exactly.
gotta go to sleep.
Yeah.
Yeah, is that soothing
Yeah.
Clickers are
gunshots?
coming for me. Ah.
I know.
So-
one of the when
I was gonna say,
was just
just
gonna
the last time you spoke to us, the pandemic was kicking up a bit in.
Yeah, it
Denver.
is in
Yeah,
Australia, isn't
I
it?
mean,
Oops.
look, kicking up is a strong term. It's still pretty minor, but we're
You
just
had to
going
wear a
back into
mask. and
lockdown.
everybody could
So
hold
our
each other,
so I just don't go out now. I don't want to wear a mask.
I mean, let's
That's
be
great.
honest, right? Australia don't fuck about, right? I've watched that border control thing, and they don't even let a fucking
Oh,
sunflower
yeah.
seed in. It's like, what's
Our,
that? You've got a fucking sunflower seed in your suitcase. You're not
Burn him.
coming in the country. Get out.
Our border enforcement is very, very strict. So don't even get me started on our refugee policy.
Mm-hmm.
But Yeah, so it's really not that bad. It's just worse than it was. So the reason that it's scary is because we had so few cases. We haven't really vaccinated a lot of people.
Like, we
and
should
so
be
now it's-
vaccinating, right? No.
Yeah,
I know.
yeah, man. Like in this country, you can fucking walk around the corner and someone
we
jabs
should
you in
probably
the
do
arm.
that.
I fell over and got vaccinated 3 times.
Yeah,
It's
so
true. It is totally
my
true.
partner called to get vaccinated, and he's going to get vaccinated in about a month. I'm not eligible.
Good
Yeah.
God.
I'm not
eligible, why
actually
not?
eligible because I'm too young. So I
Right.
can't have the
Wow.
AstraZeneca, and we don't have any Pfizer at the moment.
We got it all.
Well,
Mm.
I've had AstraZeneca. It's fine. We've all
Yeah.
had that.
The only
We've
thing
all had
the only thing the
stuff.
AstraZeneca does, just enter, is it stops you growing a full beard from the side.
Oh, that would be handy.
Totally true.
I'm not looking
Totally
forward
true.
to that when I'm 50.
Yeah, yeah, it's fine. It's fine.
It'll be
It's
fine.
It'll be all right. Yeah, all good.
Yeah, but we don't give a shit in this country anymore. It's like 25,000 cases. It's fine.
Yeah, but no one's dying, Stu.
Willy
one's died.
Wonka meme.
Well, the people are still there,
Yeah.
but in lower numbers.
Like
There's
tiny,
like
tiny
25,
numbers, like
25
25
today.
Yeah, there's tiny
So,
numbers.
in my state, there were 50 people from Sydney who were infected, who were potentially infected and supposed to be in quarantine, who stayed in a hotel in my state.
Yeah.
And there are no confirmed cases in my state, and I'm still like, I don't want to go out.
Yeah.
It is funny, isn't it? You've just
Yeah.
do you know what though? In this country now, we're just getting on with it, aren't we? We're just like,
Yeah,
well,
you do-
that's
you- I
great.
mean,
Just get
we've-
you out there.
It's been a while for us, so we're just like, you know what?
Yeah,
at
we're
this
used
point,
to this stuff.
I don't really, and like,
Yeah.
it's,
So
the world kind of panicked of how contagious this stuff was, like soft furniture and all that, and it's kind of a little bit mad, like the kind of lengths
Yeah.
that we were going to.
Well, Kay used to quarantine the post.
Yeah.
So you
which
weren't
is
allowed
mad.
to touch the
This is
post for
crazy,
24 hours.
Well, and it's crazy now because we know better, but when things first hit, we don't know. It's like with AIDS.
Yeah, it's
like,
better to be safe.
HIV, yeah, people didn't know what HIV was about. People were not using toilets and like, you can get it by shaking hands, and
Yeah.
that's what happens anytime a new disease shows
Yeah,
up.
it's true. It's totally true.
Mhm.
But yeah, anyway, video games.
Yeah.
Yes, video games.
Mhm.
So what are you looking
Um,
forward to, Jacinta?
Yeah.
Well, I'm not really looking forward to anything
Excellent.
yet. I mean, Horizon. I know, I'm such an up person.
Yeah, yeah.
Well, you've got
Horizon.
Game Pass now. Think of all the games you're gonna get.
Well, yeah, this is like the Game Pass has just become my eternal backlog. So, my forever backlog.
I want to
Yeah, it's
play
totally true.
Horizon
You'll
Zero
never-
Dawn though.
A backlog that you pay to keep around.
Yeah,
That is true.
exactly. So
That's how they get you.
yeah. Well, I'm really excited for Forbidden West. That looks good to me. There's just not really much else that I'm excited about on the horizon, but I'm pretty excited to play more Destiny 2 because I've played a disgusting amount of that in the last
It's a
week.
disgusting game. I don't know why you bother. I don't know what's
I don't
going
know
on.
why you're playing that.
Are
Phil.
you doing the
it's so
DLCs? Like
good.
which storyline are you doing?
Well, so this is, you got to understand, this is the game I used to stream, so I've played a lot of this game.
I got you.
And I have a
So
lot
you're
of
doing like the new
really
season stuff. Sorry.
no. So it's a new account on Xbox, so I started from nothing.
Gotcha.
So I'm not doing seasons because they stress me out, because it's like they're so short and you have so much pressure to do everything. So I'm just like, I'm not going to do it. Can't do it. I'm just basically grinding my levels, like my gear up on all of the 3 classes. And then I'm going to play Beyond Light and, revisit all the other things. But I'm basically just doing heroics and strikes and leveling up my gear and all that sort of thing. That's fun. And I really want to go back and play. I've never actually played Mass Effect 2 or 3.
Oh my god!
Wow.
I know.
Mass Effect
I
2
know.
is great.
So, because I had this problem when I was on PC where I don't know if anyone knows this, but Mass Effect 2 on PC, the mouse sensitivity is like ridiculously high, and you can't play like in a controller. So I tried to play it a couple of times on PC, and the mouse sensitivity is just so high that you just feel like sick from it moving around. Like I said I've been playing Destiny 2, and it makes me sick, and I just keep playing it anyway. Terrible.
You know, it's weird. I cannot imagine getting vertigo playing games on a screen. I get it in VR to an extent, but
it's not
what
really-
just on a screen? It's weird.
It's the first person, and it's the length of time that I play in
Okay.
first person. So it's like I'll play Destiny 2 for 6 hours and then go, why do I feel sick?
The first, it's funny you say the first person, like sometimes I get a little sick if I get, like, I remember there was one time when I was playing Oblivion and way back in the day. And like, I know I was hungry and I think that affected it. And I just got so sick. I had to stop. I had to like lie down. I was just like, and it's weird how it kind of came out of nowhere, but yeah, it can
Well, it
happen.
was way worse when I was pregnant. And I remember I was playing the first BioShock when I was pregnant. And like, I had really bad morning sickness. So I was just like constantly vomiting when I was pregnant. And I was playing BioShock and it was just like torture. And
That's a
it's
sign
not
of
like
sure addiction. You just like, I gotta keep going.
Yeah,
what choice
just,
do I
just
have?
work through the sickness.
But then-
just stick a
then I
bucket
got
at the
really-
side, you're sorted.
But now I just have really negative associations with that game because I forced myself to play it, and it just wasn't fun. But it's better now. It's just, you know, if I play 6 hours of Horizon Zero Dawn, I feel completely fine. But if I play 6 hours of a first-person shooter, I feel revolting.
Gotcha.
It's just a headachy and stuff. So yeah, that's all I've really been playing. I went on the Minecraft realm, which was very exciting. I logged into that and had a look at the Statue of Trinity, and it was really trippy actually, because I remember, like, I've been listening to this podcast for a long time, and I remember hearing Chinny talk about building that originally, like back in the day, and so actually seeing it, like, you know, 8 years later or something, was just like, wow, very weird,
Visiting
very
history, man.
surreal. Yeah, very much.
I was with you, wasn't I? Me, you, and Susan
Yeah,
was,
you
was
were.
running around.
You were like, this is my tower and this is my battery farm, and I was like,
Oh yeah, I haven't really talked about that on the show, but just into so I had this farm by my base. Duke, you probably saw it a little bit, and I wasn't happy with it because it looked too nice. So what I wanted to do is to put the farm underground. So the
you
animals
showed us last week this cavernous space.
Torture all the animals.
Yeah, you're going to stick them all in.
So
it was a really good torture aesthetic.
Yeah, and Jacinta was digging it. She says, she says, this is horrible. I love it. So
oh my God, you're like, I don't know, a sister from
sadist.
another mister.
She's an enabler. She's letting me do it. So have you built anything
By
in
the
the
way,
realm?
I really ought to play this for Chinny. Speaking of Minecraft.
Thank you.
You hooked me up with that cobblestone.
did,
It's
I did.
becoming a castle. Thanks, man.
So have you built anything in the realm, Jacinta? Have you?
No, SLH gave me a map, and then I was staring at the map, and I'm now, I think, stuck in someone else's mind. I don't know where I am.
Oh, that
I was
happens.
trying. I couldn't even work out how to kill myself to respawn. I'm like,
Wow.
there's no monsters down here.
Yeah, but
there's
the problem
nowhere to
is you'd end up
jump."
probably respawning where you were. That's the issue.
Well,
No, but I saved.
No. You'd
on the
respawn
bed.
at the spawn point. Yeah,
I think
or
generally,
save
if
the bed.
it-
just get a bunch of dirt and stack it up, and then jump off
Stack it up, or just sort of head to the middle, like head to the
Yeah.
0 on the coordinates, and generally you will find a mine that has some
Yeah.
stairs that go up, and you'll be fine.
Okay. Anyway, so I just kind of went, oh, okay, I'll go play Destiny 2, and I'll come back
Yeah,
to
go
this,
play
and
something
then-
comfortable.
It can be a little bit overwhelming, I think. Like,
And then but then I just never went back. I want to, but then I'm like, Destiny 2.
Destiny 2, though.
You know,
I've got a
you need
question
Rocket
for
League.
you, Jacinta.
Mm.
So, how did you come across us? I always, especially in like when you're in Australia and stuff, I always wonder how people in
Okay.
other countries come across us.
So this is a little bit of a long story. I really resonated when I was listening to Audrex talk about World of Warcraft, because I was also a World of Warcraft. I wasn't really a big gamer growing up. I played basically like Diablo and Warcraft 2 with my cousin, but I'd only play games when my cousin was over. I didn't play them when he wasn't there. And then when I was last year of high school, which is a great time to get addicted to World of Warcraft, World of Warcraft came out, and I'm like, oh, that's Blizzard. That's the only game company I know. I will play this game. So, yeah. That was like my parents, because I was still living at home, because I was, a couple of years after that, I was still playing, and my parents would laugh at me and be like, this is like Jacinta's full-time job. And my sister would say, oh yeah, if I didn't feed Jacinta, she'd probably die.
Wow.
So I put in a lot of hours into that game. And then I remember I got RSI because I played it too much, the mouse use, and I still have it, right? And I thought, what do I do? This is terrible. I was so addicted. And I thought, okay, all right, I'll play something else, play something else. And I went to a physio, and the physio was like, you cannot sit at a PC anymore. Like, you just can't.
Wow.
So I went out and bought a 360.
I'll sit on the couch and do this. I'd like to see you stop
that
me.
actually really helped. Like the controller itself, your arm is in a more neutral position because it's facing inwards instead of facing outwards. You're not twisting your wrist. And so I got a 360, and I had no idea what I was doing. A little while later, I got a PS3, and then that is when I found your podcast.
So how long ago is this?
Oh, a long time ago. It would have been.
See, I didn't realize you'd been listening as long as this. I thought it was more recent. Wow.
No, it may have. I think it was around 2012.
Oh my God.
Yeah,
Wow.
so I was at uni. I was like 23 or something. Yeah. No, 25 maybe. Yeah, so I was at uni, and I was at work, and I did these long shifts where I did nothing because it was customer service, but there was no customers. And so I just listened to your podcast. I typed in PS3 into the iTunes store. And your podcast came up because you have PS3 in the title, which is a good move,
I know
really.
how to get listeners. That's what I use. That's what I did.
Baby.
Search engine optimization. So I started listening to it, and I remember going, what the hell is all this noise?
People are so weird.
Everybody does that.
That's right.
And then I really grew to like the noise.
I like the beats and shouting.
Yeah. So I've been listening to a really long time, but I had a break because I sort of stopped gaming much for a little while, or maybe, no, that's not true. But I was playing other things. I don't think I was playing. Oh, that's right. I was only playing like weird Japanese role-playing games. So
nothing wrong with that. What is the matter with you? I love those games.
Yeah, but like I was like, I don't know. I wasn't really aware of the mainstream gaming sort of culture, and I had a break from it and came back. So that's probably
can I ask
why.
you what's your favorite weird Japanese role-playing game then?
Well, I'm really mentally deranged, and I love Final Fantasy 13.
Ugh. What is the matter with you?
Like I've played that game.
Different things.
I've played that game multiple times.
That's 20 hours I'm never getting back.
I've played that game probably maybe 3 times.
Wow. I
It's
remember
all right.
playing.
Hey, Stuart doesn't have any ability to judge. He likes.
It gets great after 25 hours.
But it's got a badass female protagonist with pink hair. What's not to like?
There you go.
Well, I guess. So do you like
What
the
about
Persona
Bayonetta
games?
though?
You like Persona?
No.
Wow. See, everyone likes Persona. What's the matter with you?
See, I loved that game, and then I was like, okay, JRPGs are awesome. I should play all the JRPGs, and then I just like played a bunch of them and never really got into them. I was just
Yakuza?
Like, nah.
Do you like Yakuza games?
No.
What?
Okay, can you?
You thought you had a new friend.
When you think of a game, and you think, okay, is Jacinta gonna like this game? Think to yourself, can you be a female character?
Oh,
If the answer is no, I don't like the game.
Yeah, but come on, is that really a lot of games, Jacinta? Don't most games like? Oh wait, no.
There are some exceptions. There are some exceptions. If the game is a Star Wars game, I will play the game. If the game is The Witcher, I will play the game.
Okay.
if the game
to be
is
fair,
The
you got
Last
to
of
be a
Us, I
pretty
will play the
badass
game.
female protagonist in the latest Witcher game.
Yeah,
That's
actually,
true. But yeah,
Red
so
Dead,
it's sort
Red
of-
Dead just said to you, you quite
I
like the
know.
story.
I mean, like this is me trying to be less sexist. I'm trying to branch out. You know, I'm trying
That's not being
to.
sexist asking for representation of yourself. That's the opposite.
How very
That's
dare you!
sexist. Get it straight. Sorry, I don't mean to
was
yell at
being-
you as a guy.
I was
about-
being a little bit ironic.
Yeah,
I was being
okay,
a little
good.
bit ironic there. But it is I mean, it is sort of sexist to refuse to play a game because you cannot be a woman.
Can I just mention, by the way, Cyberpunk allows you to play as a woman, and I did. It's as
That's
buggy
good.
as
What you
all
want?
hell.
What you want? A fucking
right?
Nobel
And you
Freak
can't
Prize?
Here's your
fucking finish
Feminist
that
of the
game,
Year
dude.
Well
award
done.
story.
I don't play it on a console because that's
Welcome to
just
the Feminist of the
stupid.
Year Awards,
So I'm
and I
just
just have to
saying,
say,
you can play as a
Stu
woman in
The winner
Cyberpunk.
is
playing as a
Stuart.
woman, and he didn't even give a big knockers.
I'm
Give it up for
playing as a
Stu.
woman.
So yeah, I'm trying to branch out with things like, I mean, Red Dead I've heard has a decent story, and from what, I haven't gone back to it, but from what I've played of it, I'm like, yeah, this is a male protagonist that I can sort of get behind.
Jacinta,
So-
you need
Can
to
we just-
understand that we need a little faith here.
Can we
Yeah.
just clarify? Are you playing Red Dead 2 or Red Dead 1?
Two, I never played one.
No,
I'm
she's
just
playing
checking.
two.
One's actually a
Just
better.
checking.
I think one's a better story than two.
Yeah, I do. That's
well,
why I was
don't know.
asking.
I think there's more to
I don't-
Arthur than there is to John.
Oh,
really.
fucking hell. I'm honestly right. If they move one more
They're the
time
same
from that
character.
camp when I were playing it, I'm just like, oh my God.
Arthur's great.
Same character.
Well,
both
until
do bros.
recently, I only had the PS4, and you couldn't play Red Dead on a PS4 because it's not backwards compatible.
Oh, that's true.
So I guess I could play it now on the Xbox, but I bought it. I remember you guys banging on about it back in the day, like when it came out, and I did buy it and try to play it on PS3, and then some woman's like win a horse race.
Yeah,
and
Bonnie
I'm like,
McFarlane.
Yeah, Bonnie McFarlane.
I'm like, I can't win this horse race. Fuck this game, I'm done.
Yeah. Fair enough.
Because
That's really
I'm
near the
not
beginning.
good. I know.
That is really
I'm
near
not
the
good
beginning of the
at
game.
like racing or driving, like
No.
just in general, anything with driving.
In fairness, just into the I know you like games that have a female protagonist, but Red Dead 1 has a very good female character, Bonnie. She's a good,
Yeah.
strong. She is a damsel in
is.
distress at the
Yes, she
start,
is.
but by the end, she's
Yeah.
and also Red Dead 2 has a very good arc for a female character as well.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I mean, I guess I'm getting to a point where unfortunately I've played all of the games that have a female
all 4 of
protagonist,
them,
and now
yeah.
I've run out of games.
Yeah, right.
So I'm like, well, I'm
Well,
gonna
for
have to play
me,
something else,
I'm
I
the same. I
guess.
mean, I'm starved of white male men video
Yeah.
games.
Yeah,
It's
exactly.
just
There's
hard.
so few
Especially
games.
muscly ones.
And will the modding
really
community
hard
start?
when-
Yeah, making it happen.
hard when you don't feel yourself represented in
It's
games.
tough.
and-
It's tough.
Can we just say,
Yeah.
by the way, you've not played Mass Effect 2 and you can play as FemShep, so just saying.
Yeah.
I know. Well, see, I was like the weirdo who I loved Mass Effect 1. I was like, this game is brilliant. And then Mass Effect 2 came in, and I'm like, well, I have to shoot now, like with aiming. What?
Yeah,
Can we go
I
back to
prefer the
before?
dice
Like,
roll
what the
stuff.
heck?
I think you should go. Even if you knock it too easy or something, though, like, just play it. I think you
Yeah.
enjoy it.
I
yeah.
shot him in
Well,
the
I'm
face and he didn't
100%
do anything.
Yeah.
100% going to play it, but it's just, I'm currently really addicted to Destiny.
We
2.
have got to ask you the question, Jacinta. So,
Mm.
have you done something in your lifetime where you just like look back on it and just cringe and go, "Oh my God, I can't believe I did that"?
I do, and this is a. I didn't want to tell this story, but I'll
Come
tell
on,
it.
you got to
I'm
tell the
very-
story.
I'm
Get it off your
genuinely
chest.
upset.
Get it off your
All right,
chest.
okay. So
Glad that you're
I
willing
was-
to tell
it's a teaching story.
Oh,
Yeah, beginning of the new year, teaching a new class, and I was getting a bit nervous with new classes and getting to know everyone, and I'm flitting around and writing on the whiteboard, and everyone's piling into the room, and I'm not really thinking about it, and I'm like, okay, so icebreaker activity, we're going to stand up and, introduce yourself, go around the room, blah, blah, blah. And we're getting across the room. And I wasn't really paying attention when everyone came in. And I said to one girl, I said, oh, and can you stand up for me? And she's like, oh, actually, I'm in a wheelchair.
Oh no! All right, you win. That is the most embarrassing of them all. Wow.
You're like,
And
come
I
on,
was
stand
like-
up. Why are you not standing up?
Oh my God, I'm so sorry.
I don't want to hear your excuses. Get up and be
Get
part
out
of the
of the
class.
chair.
Oh, jeez.
Do you want me to come and help you? You, the
we
boy
went
next
on-
to her, you prop him up for a minute. You go and prop her up.
Oh, I nearly died, man. And then you know, I taught her for 2 years, and then you know, we were good mates at the end. But like, and I never ever ask anyone to stand up ever
Wow,
again.
that is just brilliant.
Wow.
Yeah.
You know, Kanye West did a
My
very
students
similar
are all
thing.
just-
Kanye West did a similar thing at a gig, and he was at a gig, and he was like,
Yeah, that's right. He was
Everybody
trying
stand
to
up.
encourage-
You're not
yeah.
standing up. She's
Right,
in
right,
a
right.
wheelchair.
Yeah. Stupid
Well, at
Kanye
least
West.
I mean, I didn't push her. I was just like, "Oh, can you stand
Yeah.
up?" And she's like, "No."
Well, when she had to
Well,
leave the room,
well,
you pushed her. Hey.
You could have done. She was in a wheelchair.
Same joke I just made.
But yeah, she's a lovely
Um,
girl.
That is
Yeah.
brilliant. That's the best one so far tonight, I have to say.
Yeah. My
Wow.
students are all just so
Generally
lazy. I don't
horrific,
even
but-
want to ask them to stand up just because I know they're too lazy to stand up. So
Yeah.
Well,
What's
that's
your-
why.
yeah.
That's why I make them do it.
Make
Well,
them
that's-
stand
'Cause
up,
they hate
regardless
it.
of whether they
Thing,
can
yeah,
or
sure.
not. Just get up.
Right.
Duke, God, what is yours then? What's your cringe moment? Got to ask you.
Well, I have 100 of them. So the one that I'll tell you about is, yeah, I was when I was in middle school, there was a young lady I fancied, and
Uh-oh.
I just, you know, it's actually not too bad, but whatever. And when it came time to sign yearbooks at the end of the year, I wrote something in our yearbook about like, okay, look, I want you to know that at one point I liked you, but it's not a big deal anymore, and I hope we can be friends or something like that. Like, it's just the most obnoxious, over the top, like,
Wow.
making things worse by trying to make them better. But with a 12-year-old brain, it just doesn't work.
So I was pining
I think
for you
about
because
that.
I love the look of you. But, you
It
know.
was so. I think back on that moment. I'm like, it was one of the worst
Did
things.
she
I've
ever say
done in my
anything?
life.
Did she
Oh,
acknowledge
no.
it?
And in fact, like a few years later, I remember I was at a friend's place, and we were having this really intense argument about racism and police brutality and stuff. And I didn't realize that young lady was the roommate of one of the people that I was talking to. So at one point she comes out and she's like, "Could y'all please be quiet? We're trying to, go to sleep." And I was like, "Oh shit, sorry." And then I realized, oh my God, it's her. And whatever. She didn't give me time of day, which I don't blame her. Like, I wouldn't want to talk to me either.
There you go.
At least you were only 12. I was imagining an 18-year-old.
Right. No.
Yeah,
I mean, I
that's
did
not
stupid
how-
things as 18-year-old too, but that's the one I'm happy to talk
Wow.
about because it's so long ago and because I was so stupid and as a little kid. So
Definitely.
Bless.
Yeah.
Bless you. Oh. Have we got any more callers, Chinny? Or is Jacinta the
I'm
last
eating.
one?
I'm eating. What do you want?
I'm just asking, just checking, and then we can keep Jacinta
Well-
on for a bit longer.
We do have another caller waiting, just into.
Oh.
But is there
Okay.
anything that you want to say?
Yeah, or
before we
ask
kick
us.
you out, or ask us, or anything like that. And also, thank you for coming on the show. It's so early for you. I appreciate it so much, and we always enjoy.
That's
your
not too
feedback.
bad. No, I just wanted to say thanks for sort of being. I think something that we forget in this community is like how honest you guys are and how you actually share your opinions about gaming, and you're not sort of biased, and you don't, sort of take money, as far as I'm aware.
No, well, we
Just
kind
from
of
the
do, but not-
listeners.
not
Yeah,
from publishers or
but-
anything, though.
But I think that is becoming increasingly rare. Most people who sort of reflect on or talk about games online are trying to flog stuff.
Yeah.
And I think that it's pretty
it's so
great that
difficult
you're
though
not,
because they're making a
so-
living from it. It's hard, isn't it?
Yeah,
we
no,
don't
no,
make
no, I
no
don't-
living
I don't-
from this.
I don't begrudge them that. That's kind of like a career thing that they have to do if that's what they want to make their career. But it's so refreshing to see a community that doesn't have any of that at all.
Yeah. Well, thank you very much, Jacinta. That's very nice.
Thanks for not flogging stuff.
And thanks for
By
getting
the
up
way,
so early.
I mean,
Well, I
there
got
is
up
a
at
product I've
5
been
and
using
then I
called the
fell
Snot
asleep.
Burglar, and it's great.
Yeah,
If you'd
Snot
like to
Burglar.
use it. Yeah, I can hook you up.
Yeah, I got up at 5 o'clock and then I fell asleep and was worried that I'd missed it, but I didn't. So,
Luckily, you
yeah.
realised that we can
You
just
did.
carry on
You
talking.
woke up just in time.
Yeah. All right, I think I heard my baby cry, so I had better go.
You go
Okie
and see to
dokie.
that
Well,
baby.
thank you,
Thank you so
Jacinta.
much.
I will.
It's been lovely talking to you.
Yeah, you just too. It's very great. All right, see ya.
Bye.
See ya. Bye.
Her name is
Bye.
Jacinta.
Yay.
Okay, I'm going to bring the next guest in straight away. Go. Bam.
Go.
Nope.
Bam.
Nope. No,
No
I'm gonna-
messing.
they're just in.
Up.
Here they're in.
Okay.
They're
Who
in.
is
I
it?
guess.
I don't
Who
know.
is it? Who's it gonna be?
Who is it? What do we got?
Who is it? Who is it?
It's Jason.
Oh my
Oh,
god!
Where is he?
Hey,
Come
is
on,
it?
Jason.
He's
Oh, you can't hear
outside
me.
in
He's
his
not on
garden.
audio
Look
yet.
at him.
Yeah,
Oh, he's
connecting to
connected.
audio.
For a
He was
second, now he's
He's on
outside.
Zoom. Do it, Zoom.
Come
Don't make
on,
me break your
Zoom.
face.
Come on, we want to see
Don't
your
make me
handsome
punch your
face,
throat.
Jason. While we're
Connecting,
waiting,
connecting.
Chinny, what's your cringe moment?
This is it right now. He's trying to drink.
Yeah,
trying to drink.
doing the show
I don't
for
think,
like.
Cringy.
I don't think Chinny has one because he doesn't regret anything, does he? He
No,
just
I
does
punched
stuff.
a woman in the face.
What?
I did.
Did
No,
you really?
you did not.
Not on purpose.
did.
Not on purpose.
What?
Well, we
What?
did this. We did this school.
What do you mean not on purpose?
Not on purpose. I didn't mean to. I kind of moved my hand and
Oh,
bam.
you didn't mean to punch a
someone
woman in the face.
on purpose.
Right. So
How'd you punch her in the face on accident?
yeah. So like we was doing like it was like a fair, like a weekend fair for school, and this girl said she was going to do this stand. Oh, Jason's back. I'll tell you after. Jason's back.
Oh, is he
Ja-
back?
But not his
Jason!
audio.
Jason!
We can't hear him. We can see him. You're just gonna have to
Jason!
write all your answers and hold them up to the camera,
Jason!
Jason.
Jason!
Connect the audio, Jace.
Jason!
Audio. We can't hear you.
Look at him. Look at that handsome chap.
Connect.
Look at him.
Connect it.
So anyway, you
Ah.
punched this woman in the face.
Hang on.
He's trying to get out of telling the story. It's not
He's
gonna
like,
work.
I
We're
need
on
to
you,
connect to my
Jimmy.
proper Wi-Fi, then I get a good signal.
I don't know what he's doing. So I was doing this stall.
Yeah, so you
and-
punched her in the
and
face.
she said, no, I'm going to do this stall. Like, they needed volunteers to do the stall. And she said she was going to do it. Jason, we can't hear. Can't hear, Jason. We can see
So
you.
why
we can
why is
see
he
you,
not
Jace.
connecting to audio? Do you know why this happens? I don't do
He's just
Zoom
got
a
to
lot.
click an option
It's
on his
different
phone.
on different computers.
He's on his
Oh, he's
phone, so
gone.
he just has to click something.
Anyway,
Trying again.
so anyway, you punched this.
How many times do you keep saying, Chinny, you punched a woman in the face? He's going to make
I
me
know,
sound
well, you
really
still not
bad.
told the
He wants to
story.
just reinforce it.
Yeah, so you punched her
He's
in the
doing
nose
this,
and broke
Jason.
her
He's doing the
nose.
horns. But he's doing a blowjob
He's making a
gesture.
blowjob motion.
Maybe he thought that I wouldn't say it out loud. I don't know, but he's I can't hear you, Jason. Hold on.
We have to talk to you. Just
Yeah.
making
He's gonna
gestures isn't
oh.
enough. This is an audio podcast.
I don't know what he's
Oh,
just doing.
he's
For
doing
the
the
audio
wanker sign
listeners,
there for
he's
some
just
reason.
outside, chilling on some sort of park.
Uh,
I don't know what he's doing, but he's just there.
yeah, he is.
I'm sorry,
he is.
Jason.
Bless him.
But anyway,
so you
I
punched the woman in the face.
And no, she said that we need volunteers to do this stand. This girl that I liked, she said, "Oh, I'm doing it," and then I was like, "I'll do it with her," because you only can do it with twos,
Well,
right?
like you do.
And then we're getting on, and we're having a good day, and all you got to do, and it was like some competition, like you throw darts at a thing and you win some chocolate.
How many women can you punch in the face?
Yeah, how many women can you punch in the face? No, and I was like, all you do is you throw a dart, and as I move my hand, I just clocked her right in the face.
Oh, no.
And
Brilliant.
I made a nose bleed.
So you didn't get off with her then? Is the moral of this
safe to
story?
say. But no, to be fair, like she knew it was an accident. It was all in good jest, but I remember sort of feeling.
Oh,
really...
wait a minute. Oh, I thought Jason was on then.
He was, and then he's gone. But yeah, that's
Oh,
that's
so
the memory
close.
I have. I don't really cringe about it, but
I suppose I should tell mine, right? And mine, I don't even tell the story because I'll just cringe again.
Yeah.
Okay.
So, are you aware of a show called Phoenix Nights, Chinny? By Peter Kay, and I was on a training course, right, with all these people from the south of England who hadn't really seen Peter Kay or Phoenix Nights. So weren't really aware of who he was, and I was trying to describe to him how funny Phoenix Nights was, right?
Yeah.
And there's a room full of people, and have you seen the scene with the fortune cookies, where Paddy and whatever he's called, the doctor all the
Max and Paddy.
fortune, Max and Paddy, doctor all the fortune cookies and put different messages in them.
Yeah, I vaguely remember these things. Yeah.
And I'm describing the scene. I'm like, oh, it's just the most hilarious thing, but I just don't think I can say it right. And the woman who was running the course is like, oh, just tell us. And I'm like, oh, I don't know whether I can tell you because it's so rude. Like, it's really vulgar. And she's like, oh, just tell us, right? So I said, so they're doing this Chinese night as this special night.
Oh, shit.
And he cracks open the fortune cookie and he's like, what's your fortune? What's your fortune? And I can't even say it now because I just cringe thinking about it. And the message inside, right, is something that rhymes with hiss and plaps. So I blurted this out in front of about 15 people in this training course. I'm guessing what you know it is, or maybe you don't, Duke. You're looking a bit
Are you talking
puzzled.
about piss flaps?
Yeah. So that's one of the messages hidden in the fortune cookies. So I say this out loud, right? I say, and when he opens the fortune cookie, he says piss flaps, right, really loud, and everyone just stared at me like nobody laughed. Everyone was just like, it was like tumbleweed moment.
It's the way you tell him, Stu. It's the way you tell him.
And I just sat there like, oh my God, right? And at the time, I was like quite a high up manager as well when I said this.
Piss
and
flaps.
I just remember thinking that's the end of my career,
Yeah.
right?
There you go.
And everybody's just staring at me, and I'm just like, and then she went, I guess you'd have had to have been there.
You had to be there. There you
And
go.
I was just like, okay.
That's
and
the
I just
polite way of
wanted
saying that
to
wasn't
die.
funny, and I'm going to help you out.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh my
we don't
God.
want you in this organization.
Honestly, I seriously wanted the ground to just open up and
I
swallow me.
remember I did one where I did like a first aid training course, and it was held at the Villa ground, and I was doing this course, and it's like an ice breaking thing, and it was like they had to drag it over 2 weekends, I guess. So these
Like
days
you do.
you're in like for fucking 3 hours, and like get on with it, press the thing, whatever, done. And I did this course, and tell me about your brush with fame and my story. And it wasn't even true, really. But I mean,
It wasn't
But no, it was true. So my story was that I played Matthew Stevens in an exhibition match, which is true.
Oh, okay.
I did play Matthew Stevens in an exhibition match, but I sort of lied just to make it a funny story, just to say I shook his hand, but it was okay. He beat me, but it's okay because when I shook his hand, I didn't wash my hands after the toilet, right, as a joke. and like no one laughed
That's
at it.
quite funny.
No,
It's
it's
awful,
funny,
isn't it?
but no one in the room. Everybody just went, "Oh."
Yeah, but at least you didn't say
Oh.
piss flaps. You know what I'm saying?
And I went, piss flaps. Come on. You got it's Phoenix like Max and Paddy are there.
God.
But can you imagine, Duke, how he told the story? Like, you know,
Yeah.
Stewie bumbles
honestly,
his. So
it
you
was-
got these
it was
bouncers.
crazy.
You got these bouncers.
Even now,
Right.
thinking
listen,
about it,
listen.
And then you got piss flaps.
By the
Hold
way-
on, I'll get to
Oh
the
my
piss
God.
flaps. And then look,
Jason Gallagher's been ready, I think, audio for
Is he
quite a
actually
few
on?
minutes.
Is he here?
Jason, are you there?
No, he's not.
Maybe not. Jason, what are you doing?
Jason, what are you
Oh,
doing?
he's on the YouTube chat. He says, "Hey, happy 600. I know you do it for yourselves, but you got to stream many years. Sorry, the audio isn't working on my Zoom.
Oh well.
Invite
We'll
me
fix in the future. Yes. Well, thank you. Should we do a speak pipe?
Yeah, let's do one of those.
Leaving Jason there.
All right, this one is from Greg DeLacy. We know him. I interviewed him for the Didactic Syncast.
We know Greg.
Yeah, 47 seconds. Let's hear it.
Well, guys, you made it to episode 600. This is Greg DeLacy, Gamertag Murphy's Law. I just wanted to take a moment just to stop and say congratulations. There's not many podcasts out there that can boast 600 episodes, nor can they boast the growth of the community that you guys have done. So it's really just a moment for you guys to shine and take a bow, revel in what you have accomplished. It is a feat, and it's worth celebrating. Sure, it's just one episode along the journey, but it's noteworthy. So congratulations, guys. You really have done something special here. And of course, as with everybody else, I look forward to each and every new episode.
Oh,
God
Yay,
bless
thank you,
America.
Greg. That is so
Yeah.
cool. That is so cool.
Good stuff,
God
man.
bless
Thank
the US of A.
God bless
Yeah, yeah.
July the 4th.
you. By the way, Stu, this website hack it's spam. It's not hacking anything. It's just they plug in stuff in terms of like, here's the website name, and then here's the path that it would be for if you were installing this.
Just ignore
bullshit,
it,
But
fine.
yeah, just ignore
Oh,
it. Yeah,
okay.
It's not hacking. It's just spam. So, yeah, we got other speak pipes. So should we get to those?
Yeah, let's do another
Let's
one.
do another one, yeah.
Okay, well, this one's from Jacinta. We just got off the phone with her, but she wants to be heard again. So here's 24 seconds from her. Aw.
Yes, it is a pandemic. I know the medical companies are still making a lot of money.
Yay! That
Wow.
was awesome. Thank you, Jacinta.
I think that baby just said veteran gamers rule.
Oh, it's
I
a
think that's-
baby. That explains a lot. I thought she was drunk.
I thought it was just a ghast from
Yeah.
Minecraft in the Nether.
Wow.
Well, just before. That's very adorable, by the way, Jacinta. So,
It is adorable.
Very adorable. Thank you.
Just a few chats. We got some chats.
Chats.
In the chats. Philip Taylor says, "Congratulations on 600th episode. I first
Thank
listened
you.
when Chinny appeared on the 360 Gamercast.
I think he means 360 Plex.
a
Is what I'm
360 Plex.
guessing.
Yeah, I don't think I ever appeared on the.
You've never
360.
been on the Gamercaster though.
No, they
Oh,
wouldn't
well,
have
I'm
me.
aware
They
of
wouldn't
them.
have me in a
They wouldn't
shot.
have you.
No.
They wouldn't have you.
Me-
Look at
riff-raff like me, they wouldn't have me on there. As a guest once years and years ago, and I never missed an episode.
That must have been a long time ago though, because that's a
Fucking
long.
hell,
That's
Phil,
like
yeah.
14 years ago or something.
Soul Brother says, "Congratulations on 600 episodes." Ian Williams says he loves a goatee. He's talking about Stu, of course.
It's not a fucking goatee.
Dex says,
Keep yelling
"Happy
about it.
600 show." Lewis says, "Happy 600." It's a Stinky Poo says, "Jacinta is so cool."
Yeah, she is.
Blah, 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 blah,
Yeah,
blah.
she is. She's cool.
And then Jason at the end says he couldn't get his audio working, but happy 600. I know you do it for yourselves, but it helps us get through the many years. So thanks for that. So that's very nice of Jason as well. But I assume that's Jason because that's James Bond.
Yeah,
That's-
no, it is Jason. Yeah, that's how his emails come through now as well.
Right, okay, there you go.
You know what Jason's like.
He's always got some sort of mad
Yeah,
name.
something going on. Something going on.
Okay, have we got any more spike pipes?
We've got another email. You want another email?
Let's chuck on another email.
Let's have this email. It's from Steve Pemberton, and he says this.
Steve Pemberton.
Hello, you veterans of the gaming
Hello.
lifestyle.
Hello.
Yeah.
How are you doing?
All right.
Good.
You all right?
What's up with you?
I first found this masterpiece. This masterpiece, I like that. Of podcast talent through Chinny snooker videos, and since then haven't missed an episode.
Oh wow, jeez.
Nice.
I see, I like that. Chinny, I love your witty sense of humour. If you don't make it as a pro snooker player someday, try your hand at stand-up comedy. Well, that's been done, hasn't it, Chinny? Tell us how that went down then.
Not well.
Duke, I was afraid that reading number 6 would blow my mind because let's face it, you're super clever. But so far, I love the story and the characters I've inspired. Oh, sorry, it's characters. I'm inspired writer too, like you. I write comedy or horror, and I found that writing gets you pretty far with the ladies. Is that true? Is that a true thing, Duke?
It can. I mean, I've never
Could
had
be
a
a
lot
certain
of
type of
ladies
lady,
been
I
like,
suppose.
Hey,
Oh my God, did you see him with his notebook?
Right,
Oh
I am good
my God.
with words.
Yeah.
Don't
But
give
I'm
it
glad
writing.
you've had that success.
Don't give it writing. There's times when you sound like you are, but you are well talented.
Well, thank you.
Stu, you really make me laugh with how passionate you are about games, especially VR. And you really make me laugh with your choices for Play My Game Bitch for Chinny. Totally.
Yeah.
Keep up the DJ No Clue mixes. I really enjoy the more techno ones that you do. I don't do them very often because people don't listen to the techno stuff. But I try and mix it up a bit. But I don't know whether that's a good thing because I get like people listen to the chill thing, and then the following week I do something different and like, oh, I don't like this shit. What is this? This isn't like the thing you did last week.
Well, fuck 'em.
Well, you know, you got to find that balance between giving people what they want and doing what makes you happy.
Well, I just like lots of music. Thanks to Derek for his quizzes. They are awesome. They tend to be my favorite part of the show. Shout out to Susan. And thanks for the show. Really enjoy them through some really tough times. Thanks, Steve Pemberton.
It's nice
Thanks,
that like,
Steve.
Steve, who found me through the whole snooker stuff, has stuck around, isn't he? It's good.
I know, that's quite
thanks, man.
impressive. Because most people just wanted the snooker shit.
Yeah, and they still ask me about the snooker YouTube channel. He's still there. I still haven't done anything with it, but I haven't done any
I know.
editing.
Well,
or
it's,
anything.
it's like everything else. We've got 2 more emails, so I'll just
We've
read
got
these.
Podcast Cobby in the chat says, "Evening, you beautiful bellends."
Totally true.
So that's true.
Yeah, yeah,
we
can't
are.
argue.
I don't know. Do we? I don't know. Should I know that name? Is it a name that we? Like, that's a different name.
I recognise Cobby.
Podcast Cobby. Is that? Who is that? I don't know.
I don't know. I recognise Cobby
It's
from
true.
somewhere.
We are beautiful bellends. Thank you, Cobby.
Cobby, what's he off? Is he off another podcast? Well, he's obviously off another podcast. Well, come on, Cobby. Which podcast
Tell me
are
who you
off?
are.
Yeah, Cobby.
Tell us who you are, you bastard.
I definitely recognise the name.
Have we got
Cobby
another
from
email? Did you
somewhere.
say, Stu?
Yeah, we've got more emails. This is
No,
just
complaining about
entitled
Cobby.
episode 600, and he says it's from Ian Williams, and he says, "Evening, gents.
Good evening.
Evening.
Just wanted to drop a quick line in light of the impending episode 600. I wanted to say thank you for devoting a huge chunk of it. It's not really that much time, is it? Really?
Well,
No, not
Well, a
really.
huge chunk of your time for so many years to put out this podcast. I guess it is if you add it all up.
Fucking loads, isn't it?
It's a lot if you add it up. I've been a listener since the first episode of the 035s. That is fucking
Damn.
ridiculous.
Ian has been
Why?
around for
Wow.
a while.
Yeah.
Wow, that is
Thank you.
mental.
Ian has been
It is
around
mental.
for time.
Good God. Which now seems a lifetime ago. It fucking is a life. That's like 13 years ago.
And it's time to jack it in, Ian.
Wow.
Yeah, really.
At the time, I would spend a huge
There's so
chunk
many
of my
other podcasts.
I know, spare time playing games and mixing with people online as on the 360. As life has changed and with it more responsibility, your show has remained a constant through all this last shitty 18 months of the pandemic. It's totally true.
Glad to help.
It's totally true. That being said, your show has always been there through the last 13, I think, years of my life. It is 13 years. From Cranky Duke to Quamrian, Surface Lizard to Chinny's Northern Skits. From the first episodes of the 035s, I've heard it all. I can't, you know, it blows my mind that someone is still listening
Yeah, it's mad.
from the first ever episode.
Yeah, you think he'd learn his lesson by now?
It just blows my mind. As long as you all plan on putting out a show, you will always have a listener in me. I listen to the
You
live
got
show,
a listener in me.
and then again before the end of the week, and I never get bored. Oh my God.
Wow.
I could probably gush for hours, but I'll leave it at this. Good luck with the show 600, and I hope for many, many more. I wouldn't change a single thing. All of the very best Ian Williams or Ian W99 or any other lazy ass goddamn variation of Ian W I can find. Never been the most imaginative of my usernames. Oh,
No,
thanks, Ian.
that's
That's
all right,
so cool. That is such a cool Ian.
Mad. It's absolutely crazy.
It is.
rock,
It is.
man.
It
I
blows
suppose
my
we just
mind.
have to. We just sort of have to get used to how long we've been doing this. Do you know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
like I
It's
know,
not new, is it?
like after 10 years, it starts to become like, wow, we've just done this so long now that I'm starting to just trying to accept that we've just been doing this for ages now.
I know
we've just been doing this for ages, just the way it is.
We should read out in the chat. Johnny Kirk. Never heard of this person.
Johnny
right?
Kirk. Yeah.
We've been doing this podcast all these years. Never heard
I
of
just
him.
looked up what we were playing on the episode that he mentioned. So you read that.
Oh.
Congratulations on the 600th show. Been listening ever since the first 035 to another first 035, and he's never contacted us before.
Well,
which
maybe
just
he has, but
blows
we
my
don't
mind.
remember. But I don't
It's
know.
I don't
possible we
remember.
just forgot, yeah.
I think I would remember the name Johnny Kirk, but
Well,
maybe
you
he has.
remember.
Maybe he has.
I really
but
hope you forgot.
I'm several years behind. I'm still on episode 268. I will catch up one day. Keep up the great podcast.
So 268, by the way. The name of the episode is "Please leave a message after the beep," and it says this week Chinny decided not to bother turning up.
Nothing new there.
So she was left with Stu and Duke to hold the fort, and what a cracking job they did. Between them, they played Evolve,
Oh my God.
Bulletstorm,
That game was terrible.
Bulletstorm,
I liked it though.
Track and Field, Double Dragon, Wonder Boy, Project Zomboid, The Old Tree, Totem, Dark Zorro, and Lord of the Rings: Shadow of Mordor.
How the hell was that? Was I playing? I'm assuming it was me who played Track and Field. How the hell was that thing?
I don't know.
Wasn't that on the Xbox?
It wasn't. Was it when I went to? It might have been when I went to Arcade Club with someone.
Or on an emulator.
Yeah, maybe. I don't remember playing Track and
I don't
Field.
think
on
he really did
emulators.
emulators.
Nah.
That's true.
Well,
I must have
it
gone to
could been
Arcade
that
Club.
I played it on an emulator. You're not the only one who plays games, man.
And
Anyway, we
that
have
was
got
released
another-
on the 6th of March 2015, by the way. That's why.
Wow, flipping flip.
So Johnny
Classic.
Kirk that's where he is.
He's getting there. He's catching up. Slowly.
Another person, by the way, that has found us via my snooker stuff is Rainy Lamb, who's in the chat, and he says,
Oh,
"Evening,
yeah.
guys."
All right.
That's Scott. Congratulations on reaching 600, Scott. Yeah, it's good to see you as always.
Thanks,
Scott.
man.
Crazy.
I'm thinking about going to the Crucible next year. I'm going to there's a snooker tournament in Wolves as well. So if I go, maybe I'll see Scott for real because I know he's going. Okay, and then we got Jeff Stab. I bought my X360 in 2007 and met most of you guys online on Call of Duty 4.
Wow, that's just
Classic.
crazy. It just constantly blows my mind. I mean, Podcast Cobby's saying he's not from another podcast. He just spends a lot of time listening to podcasts, so that's why he calls himself Podcast Cobby.
Oh yeah. Copy- Yeah, I'm not. Yeah, I do recognise your name from.
You know, some people are addicted to World of Warcraft. He's addicted to podcasts. He's a podcast addict. We've got one more email, so I should read that.
Read that.
Which is again entitled Episode 600, and it is from a great friend of the show, which is Antonio. Otherwise known as PH Rocker. And he says this: greetings to the veteran gamers and the wonderful VG audience.
Yeah, greetings.
Now, before we continue to fuel the ego trip of wishing 3 internet straight white males are well done on running a podcast about video games,
you say that like it's a bad thing.
I must address a quite disturbing fact.
Yes, go on.
There's been a distinct lack of Naruto, Yakuza. Actually, I made Chinny play Yakuza, to be fair.
That's true.
Yeah.
Yakuza and other things. I seem to have somehow melded myself on this episode. Well, as much as I would love to speak to people I'm very happy to truly call friends, I have moved out and live very close to a pub, and well, need I say the rest? So he's gone to get pissed rather than come on the show.
Well, yeah, there you go.
Can't blame him, to be fair. Can't blame him. I know I've broken tradition by not appearing on such a special occasion, but I'm really just trying to go for a Where's Poochie vibe. The pub thing. The pub thing
Whenever
is just
Poochie's
a cover.
not around, all the other characters should be asking, "Where's Poochie?"
Riffing aside, congrats on 600 episodes of the Veteran Gamers podcast. And I am, for some stupid reason, honoured to have my own little place in the community. And I am very thankful that I've been invited so many times over the years. I think the number is around 17 or 18, if I remember
I
correctly.
think
But
Antonio
who's
probably
counting?
has been on the
Who's counting?
most.
He probably has. He's filled in a lot.
Yeah.
Do you know what's really weird about Antonio? And this shows how long it is since we
His
redecorated.
face? I'm just
No. Since we redecorated our living room, right? But he used to do a local community radio show.
Yeah, I
Oh, that's
remember.
right.
Live
Yeah.
when he was about 10 or 11 years old.
He wasn't 10 or 11.
12.
No, he was
wasn't
like
very
13
old.
or something.
No, he wasn't. He was not very old at the
He
time.
wasn't
I
10 or
reckon he
11.
was about
When
10.
he was just a
I'm
sperm.
going
He was a
10.
fetus.
No, I'm going. He was about 10 years old. He wasn't very old. And he was like on this local sort of, I don't know, sort of church radio or something weird. And
Something weird.
he used to do it live. It wasn't recorded. You have to listen like
weird.
a radio. And we redecorated our living room, and I got this fucking paint pod thing, which was shit. And it was meant to make it really easy to use like a roller. And it was
Irrelevant
awful.
to the story. Carry on.
Yeah, really.
But we listened to his radio show while we were redecorating. So that shows you how long it is since we redecorated.
It doesn't really
our
show
living-
me because I don't have any reference to when you decorated your living room.
Well, it's about 11 years ago.
Yeah, but you know that. But I couldn't give a shit when you decorated your living room. Do you see the
bless
problem
him.
with that story, Stu?
Sorry.
No, there's no problem with it. It's
But it
perfect
was
story,
so funny,
everything's
right?
good.
Because he was like, it was very like, so
We've been doing this
games have
for a
you been
while,
playing?
Stu.
Yes.
Yeah.
Game.
Been a minute.
Anyway, I love Antonio.
I love
He's great.
Antonio. Yeah.
We love you.
Oh. Anyway, he says, I hope to get the chance to see you guys once again for another meetup down the line.
Yeah.
So do
Yeah.
we. This year's been horrendously shit. Well, last 2 years.
Last year, this
You
year.
know,
it's
can't
been
even
rough.
meet up or anything.
Mm.
And of course, talk about dumb, stupid video games for children like, I don't know, GTA, Wolfenstein, Doom, and such and such. Anyway,
Yeah.
congrats and once more a happy 4th of July, Duke. Yeehaw!
Yeah, some of
One, two,
my
three,
some of my favourite memories like of EGX is sort of hanging out with Antonio because Antonio would always stay like quite late, and and like it'd be sometimes it'd just be me, Antonio, and Panda Reviews.
Panda Reviews. Oh my god!
And we'd just be hanging around and sort of just catching up or getting last bits of games played.
Do you remember the first year he came and his dad was picking him up? He's like, "Oh, I've got to go now. My
Yeah,
dad's
my dad's
picking
here,
me up.
yeah.
My dad's here. I've got to go."
Yeah.
Oh,
So
bless
yeah,
him.
you know, sometimes like Antonio will be like, I want to play this Nintendo game, but no one else wants to play it, and I'm like, yeah, I want to play that Nintendo game as well. Let's go. So we'd go and queue for that. So yeah, had some good laughs with Antonio at EGX, and
We
hopefully
have,
some more.
We have definitely some more. P.S. I hope Duke played some sound clips related to the 3 Simpsons references I slotted into the email.
I don't know that I got all 3 actually. Oh no. Well, then this goes for me.
Losers,
I'm a loser. I only got.
You got the
one or
Poochie
two.
one, didn't you?
Yeah, you got the
I did. The
Poochie one.
Poochie one was. Mwah, I love it.
Yeah.
Where's Poochie? Yeah. How's it hanging, everybody? Yeah, hey, Roy. All right.
Well,
should we do a
that's it
speak
for
pipe?
email. Yeah, that's it for emails. That's all the emails.
All right. This one is from
Derek. Derek.
a minute
Hello,
30.
Gamers. It's Derek Sings again. I'm recording this message on the 4th of July, 2021. And later tonight is episode 600 of the Veteran Gamers podcast. Looking forward to that. I wasn't sure what to do for episode 600. I know you probably have lots of guests on the show, but thought I'd just send you a speak pipe telling you a little bit about my week. After I record this message, I'm actually going to do a little bit of manly man stuff. I'm doing some mortaring on the steps leading from my kitchen, and they need a little bit of work on, so I bought some mix in the tub mortar, something I've never done before. We'll see how it goes. This week, what have I done? Monday is the second COVID jab I got. No problems there, apart from having to wait over an hour past my appointment time. All those young people waiting to get their jab done.
Bastards.
And Wednesday, what was Wednesday again? Yes, I bought the game Ghost of Tsushima at CEX. I did a bit of a stew and took some games in, exchanged them, and I think I only paid £2 I ended up paying for the game itself.
A stew special.
And I also downloaded a couple of games from the Nintendo eShop for the Switch. Cheap games. One was called The Moose Man. The other one, World for Two, which I haven't got round to playing yet. And I also played a little bit of Game Pass for the Xbox. Played Yakuza Like a Dragon and Bug Fables. And that's probably about the excitement of the week. But just want to wish you a happy 600th episode tonight. And I'll leave it at that and say, keep on game.
Disappointed that he's not pissed.
I know, right?
He was
you could at least
far
get drunk
funnier
for
when
us.
he was pissed.
Yeah.
We've just received another email.
Okay.
Oh my goodness.
Right in the
Are you
chat.
ready?
In the chat, Mr. Barry Scott says, "I remember him." That's Lewis, isn't it?
That is Lewis.
I
Yeah.
remember Antonio sneaking into the over 18 section with us at EGX. While Fletch got ID'd.
He did. I remember that. I remember Fletcher. Wow.
Brilliant.
Wow.
All right,
yeah, we got
email.
another email. It says 600. It's simply entitled 600, and it says, "Hello, veterans.
Hello.
Hello.
Just thought I'd say congratulations on reaching 600 episode milestone."
Okay.
Can you guess who it's from? Thanks for all years of fun podcasts and videos you put out, and all
Mark?
laughs along the way. The way I've been listening since 360 or around that area, it's been fun. Interact with a great community you've built all years, and take part in some streams and let's plays all years. It's been great fun. No idea.
Mark?
No idea who this is from. No, but you're in the right part of the country. So overall, thanks for podcast and everything else. For some reason, this email sounds like sure it's ending or something. But yeah, here's to the next 600 episodes, guys. Cheers. No idea.
No idea.
Lewis. It's from bloody Lewis.
Aw.
Lewis.
Aw.
Lewis.
I love Lewis so much.
Yeah, thanks, Lewis.
He's a ledge, man.
He is a ledge. He is a ledge.
Yeah.
And that really is it.
I will
for
play
emails,
Farming
as far as
Simulator
I
for
know.
you, Lewis. I promise I will do
I
it.
know, yeah, you'll do it one day. You'll do it one day.
One day.
Play my game, bitch. Have we got any more
We got more speak
pipes?
pipes.
Yeah,
we
we
got
of
four
those,
more.
haven't we? I know, I said we
Yeah.
got a lot of these.
All right, here we go. We're gonna do them rapid fire. Ready?
do
Here
it.
comes the
Do it.
first
Go.
one from
Do it.
Fletch.
Good evening, gents. This is Fletch. I don't normally do speak pipes, mostly because I don't really like the sound of my own voice.
We love
but
it.
I will make an exception tonight because it is 600 shows. Time for a little celebration.
Yay.
Here's to 600 more, hopefully, as well. But it's been 600 long shows.
Yeah.
I've not stopped at this point, so I think I'm a lost cause. I'll hopefully
Yep.
be there for the next 600. It's been a good ride, lots of meetups, been some great memories with EGX. I don't really want to take up too much time because I never really have anything that interesting to say. So I'm just going to quickly say, well done all of yous. Hopefully see you again soon, and enjoy show number 600.
Nice.
Yay.
Thanks, Dan.
Thank you, Fletch.
In the chat, we've got evening all. Congratulations on reaching 600. Thanks for the shows. Andy Cox, lovely man, Andy.
Yay, Andy. Thanks, buddy.
Can I just say, by the way, another 600 is another 12 years.
I like, what gets me is that whatever milestone we reach, people say, and another one of those. So if we get to 1,000, they go, and another 1,000.
Here's to the next 1,000. No!
Oh my God!
You can't do it.
No.
I'll be dead. I'll be dead
I
by
think
then.
it'll be just 3 old men just going,
Oh my God.
remember
What
when
did you play?
you had
Make the game out today."
DVDs?
Man,
No one
Rocket
wants to
League
listen to
1
that.
was so great. They ruined it
Do you
with
know,
Rocket
still,
League 2.
I'll be honest, right? Thinking about still doing this when I'm like 58,
Yeah.
which is when we'll be doing 1,000 shows.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's just fucking crazy.
It's just ridiculous.
It's awesome. I can't wait.
It's just
Nearly
gonna be-
60. I'll be
I
nearly
just-
fucking 60. I'll be like, oh, I'm retiring in like, I don't know, 7 years.
If I have kids, they'll be just able to listen to me age, like week
Yeah,
by week.
exactly. Oh, no doubt.
That's mental.
Well,
isn't it?
no. What they'll do is they'll drop in like
They go,
they'll listen to
"Oh,
a very early
Dad."
show and a very late show and go, God damn, Dad, what happened to you?
Dad, you used to be like cool and funny, and
Yeah, what happened to you?
And you used
I
to,
was
you
never
said
cool.
on this episode
It's
that
just
you,
that compared to Stu and Duke, yes, I was the cool
you
one
said
on
that
the show.
you said on this episode that you hate kids and you don't want them, and they...
Does that mean you didn't want us?
You don't love me.
Oh, I think dinner's ready. Let's go.
Yeah,
Come on.
yeah. Shut up.
All right, next speak pipe is from SLH. Woohoo! SLH.
Hello, veteran gamers. This is SLH, Susan. Just leaving you a speak pipe to say I'm sorry I can't be with you in person tonight on the live show.
It's all right.
But I wanted to wish you massive congratulations on reaching the big 600. Just for the sort of stamina and the dedication and just the friendship and everything that you have together. It's amazing and it's lovely to listen to and has given me many hours of enjoyment over the years, and also the community that you've fostered, the meetups and the general sort of stuff that I've been involved with lately on social media, the Twitter and the Facebook, the Insta, Discord, where people get together and just chat about stuff, about video games and whatever else. It's amazing, it's lovely, and it's all because of you. So you should be completely proud of yourselves at this moment, and I wish I was with you, but long COVID is battering my arse again today, so I can't be, but I do love you loads, and I will look forward to listening to the show in the week. Take care, bye.
Yay! Thank you, Susan. And you know, it's not all just because of us, because you're doing all the social stuff. So
She definitely is.
Yeah.
Integral
love hearing
part
from
of the
you.
team now.
Definitely.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Oh, so I hope she gets better soon. I really do.
Yeah, really.
It's
Feel
awful.
better.
Awful.
No doubt.
So, hopefully she'll
And
feel
everybody
better
loves
soon.
Susan. They're, like in the chat here, Tasty Brain.
yeah.
Woohoo, Susan. So everybody loves Susan.
Yeah.
Excellent.
Well, yeah,
You're
thank
there.
you, Susan, for everything you've done in the last sort of month
Yeah.
or so. It's been nothing short of incredible, really, hasn't it?
Yeah,
Glorious.
she's great.
Absolutely.
So, thank you.
Yeah, one more from Lord.
Okay.
22 seconds.
Evening, veterans. Lord here. Just a quick message just to say congratulations on your 600th episode. Really is a wonderful achievement. It's not often that a podcast goes for 600 episodes, and especially with all the cast members still alive, they haven't killed each other by the end.
Wow.
Continue with the good work, and here's to 600 more. Cheers, guys.
Yeah.
Oh, thanks, Lord.
buddy.
Thanks,
Yeah.
Lord.
Appreciate
Yeah, I think he's
that.
got a point. Like, I suppose, yeah, it's weird. It's weird that it's lasted. Why do you think? Here's a question for you two. Why do you think we've
Okay.
lasted this long?
I think I know the answer to that, Chinny. Piss flaps. I think that's the
Piss
answer.
flaps.
To that. I think that's the
Why
answer
do you
to
think
that
though?
question.
Why do you think we've lasted so long?
I don't know. I think generally because we just have. Do you know what I think makes us good is because we have
Well, I
such
wouldn't go that far.
diverse tastes to each other.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. We're complementary, so
Yeah.
we complement each other a lot. No, well, I mean we do when we need to, but it is the fact of like Chinny's generally easygoing. Stu is goal oriented at times, and
What?
I'm bombastic and over the top. And like I think if we had two Stews, it would be rough. If we had two Dukes, it would be rough. If we had two Chinnies, it would be rough. And in a way, we've gotten lucky with this arrangement of people. But I also think that's that's part of it.
I think it's also to do with because we're losers and got nothing else to do on a Sunday night.
There's that. But I also think that we put in work to like meet each other where we are. So that I was, I don't know. I'm trying to think about how I've changed as a podcaster over the years. And I think, I don't know, I'm having trouble coming up with.
For me, I sort of
changed.
not in a bad way. I sort of try less to. I just sort of. I think people seem to sort of just enjoy when I'm just talking bollocks. The less I plan, I realise very quickly.
I don't plan anything. I've never written.
I realise very quickly if I try and plan to like write something funny or, do something funny or say something funny for the show, it'll come to the show and it won't be right.
Oh yeah,
it won't be funny, man. It won't be funny.
Sometimes, like I'll play a game and I'll make a note of something, but I won't think about how I'm gonna say it. Do you know what I mean? I'll say like,
oh man, I've scripted everything in my head.
Yeah.
From start
Get
to
out
finish.
of town.
Stu talks about notes. I mean, goddamn.
I've never
this
made a
notebook
single
is
note.
Filled with all the notes
I'll make
over the years.
No, but
and this is relatively recent. These are just
I have
new notes.
no notebook. I've never had a
Yeah,
notebook.
you'd never
I've
tell.
never written
When
a
did I
single
start?
note.
This is with The Sims 4. I didn't put dates back here.
Wow, you're
Fallout
mental.
4. Curious.
I've got notes, but my notes are like, they don't even make fucking sense now. I've got one for like observation.
The only
Remember
time, right?
Observation.
This
I've got
is-
no. Here we go. Right.
That's mental.
Here's my
Go on,
notes
Go on.
for observation. Right. For some reason I put players AI. Right. Helpful. Thank you. Brilliant.
Because you played as the AI. Yeah.
And I put expectations low, so I didn't have very high expectations for this game.
I can't believe you make notes.
Right. My other one was Space Perv.
So what was this on?
Yeah.
What was that about?
Observation.
Space
Observation.
because basically that's the game.
Oh,
isn't it?
observation.
You
Right,
just
sorry.
you just
I thought you were saying that was my observation.
no. Like well, it is.
for the
You're
game
basically just a space perv.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
exactly.
And then I wrote down observation station is fun to say.
Yeah, it is.
And those are my notes.
I played Observation not long ago, and I can't find. I want to find one of my notes.
The only time I ever make notes is for E3, and that's the only time I write anything down.
No, I just like sometimes I
And
write notes.
that's literally the only time I've ever.
These
written
pages are like
anything
Rocket
down
League, Rocket League, Rocket
in
League, Rocket League.
13 years.
No, but sometimes
And I
I'll write
wrote-
notes.
I'll tell you what I
I'll
wrote.
write notes for.
Why has a woman got weird jeans on? That's what I wrote.
Yeah. But like because like it reminds me to say like it's just they're just triggers. Do you know what I mean? They're just triggers.
I
for
get
me to
you.
go,
I do
like,
get you,
oh,
but
okay.
I just rely on my memory, which is probably a bad thing at my age.
Yeah.
Because I
Very
never
vain
write
demo.
a single note. Is that a bad thing? I don't know. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know.
Angerfoot. That's the one you recommended, Stu.
Yeah, it's such a good game. That's why.
I can't find my notes for Observation. That's weird. Huh. Oh well.
So
Wild Dive. Red Dead Online. Red
I don't
Dead
know.
Online. Red Dead Online.
Well, this is interesting
Oh,
for
it
the
is,
audio
isn't it?
listeners.
Yeah.
You
I know,
two
right?
flicking through
Let me
your
look it
notebooks.
up my
Ooh,
notebook.
what about
I
some
remember.
notes?
All right, we've got one last speak pipe, and it's from Tainted Brian.
Yay.
Hey all, this is Tainted Brain or Tainted Brian.
Yay.
No idea how long
Yay.
this will take to record. I've not finished it yet. And it's take 10.
Oh no.
Oh my god.
Anyway, over 18, remember. I want to say congrats on reaching 600 episodes. It's bloody amazing. Looking forward to many, many more. I've been listening to you guys for over 6 years, and I still am. The podcast now feels like I'm catching up with old friends. So thank you. On top of being a really sound bunch, you've somehow built up a really amazing community here on the podcast, Discord, Twitter, and you've got a spin-off. Thank you all. Thanks for the hard work you put in and the time. It is really appreciated, or at least I do. I don't know about the rest of them. Cheers.
Yay. Thank you,
Aw,
Brian.
Thank you.
Thanks, mate.
Huzzah.
No, we like Brian.
Is he?
I love Brian.
Is he
and I
okay?
should
Is
say
he
he's been
hiding?
He's got long COVID, Chinny.
Is he hiding? Like
Is what?
he sounds like he's
hiding?
hiding in a cupboard.
No, he's got long. He's got long COVID. So I'm
In
assuming
the
that's the
cupboard?
reason. No.
Yeah.
Oh wow.
I should say
you have-
Brian's been
Wow.
a huge supporter
only
of the Nimbus X
joking.
project.
Do you
What?
know that
Yes.
cringe moment thing we were just talking about?
No, I don't feel bad about any of
Brian's been all right. Moving on. Brian's been a huge supporter of the Nimbus X project, and I really want to thank him for that. There have been times when I've released it and gotten nothing back except for him saying, "Ooh, like this installment or whatever." So I really appreciate that, Brian, and you rock,
and
man.
just
So
for you,
cheers.
Brian, I know that Duke really appreciate. He always says how much he loves it when people read his stuff. So you reading his stuff means a lot to him.
Oh, thank you.
And I'm glad you
Tainted
enjoyed it. You know,
Brian.
It's one thing to read it, but it's another.
Hopsaviashon Stiashon says, "Is a stinky poop." It's fun to say. It's fun to say. Well,
observation.
Hopsaviashon. If you want to say something in a Jamaican accent, just anything that starts
There
with
you go.
O, just put a H in front of it.
Yeah.
Or
There you go.
anything with a H, just start with an O. So, hospital, and then you get the idea.
Or beer can for bacon.
Yeah,
There you go.
yeah,
Beer can.
These all go down well at family parties.
They do. I'm sure they do, Chidi. I bet your
Well, that's
mum-in-law
why,
loves it when you make a joke like that.
She does
When I
actually,
read
yeah, she does.
When I read Patricia Powell's "Me Dying" trial, there's a part in there where a number of parts where people say, "I didn't mind a tall," and it's a space tall, and I read it. I'm like, "What the hell is that?"
Ah.
And then I realized she said, "I don't mind at all."
Yeah.
Wow.
It's,
That is a
tall.
bit weird.
Yeah,
Tall.
it's cool.
Weird.
I like it.
Well, thanks, Brian. Thanks to
Yay,
everybody
Brian.
who's
I
sent.
know it's been a good
thanks,
show
everybody.
tonight.
Been a-
I
I've
love
enjoyed
the shows.
it. Not usually. I usually hate
Yeah.
the fucking show, but
Oh, no, it's
tonight.
terrible.
Well,
it's been
certainly
all right.
last week. I don't feel like doing a show.
Oh, look, see, only 10 speak pipes it takes for Brian. Derek says it usually takes him 15.
Oh, bless him.
no.
Do you know,
Wow.
when people put that, I'm like, oh my God, someone took the 15 goes to
I
just
know,
send
right?
the
Thank you
speak
for
pipe.
spending all that time.
I've never
Yeah,
actually,
I
I've
like
never actually
that.
left the
It's been
speak pipe.
Kind
I
of
don't think.
humbled. I'm just humbled.
Yeah.
I mean, it's weird, right? I do this every week with you guys, week in, week out. But when I do something for other shows, I'm always a bit like, oh my God. And I guess I'll be the same, like do about 3 or 4 goes before I think, yeah, that sounds all right.
Yeah.
It is weird, isn't it? Because we just
Not
chat,
everybody's
like,
a
we're just
natural like me.
chatting, but when you have to record something, you're like, oh God.
It's when something's like out your comfort zone, isn't it?
Yeah, it is. It totally is.
Look,
And by this point, if this isn't our comfort zone, then God help
well,
us.
Oh, this is my comfort zone.
That,
I'm
you know
fine
that
with it.
snooker tournament I played in yesterday? I used to play league snooker all the time. Like, all the time. I used to turn up 1 minute before the match, play,
Yeah.
not care, blah, 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 blah. And I was bricking it yesterday at this tournament. I was just, like, so nervous. And I didn't know anybody else in the room apart from one guy. I was like, and when I was on a break, I knocked in like a 27 or something, Stu.
That's
But
all right.
he knocked in a 33, right?
Mm.
And I was like, oh, fucking hell. And then I knocked in a 27 just to kind of get back in. And I remember just queuing up for the pink, and
That's
my arm,
probably my highest break
my arm
ever.
was shaking. I was like, oh God, right? So I was just probably bricking it, but it was out of my comfort zone again. It's so, for me, that's so bizarre because I used to do it like no problem. And now I was like a wreck, and I just thought, wow, like just even if you used to do something and then come back to it, it's still nerve wracking because it's out
Do you
your
know,
comfort zone.
I used to play so much snooker and I used to love it, right? And I was
Yeah.
never great at it. And my average break was probably about 15 or something, it was never like massive breaks or anything.
Yeah.
But I think it was near 30, like 31, 32 or something like that.
Yeah.
And I was like, that's amazing. And I used to play with my dad-in-law all the time. We used to go to where we went, like, maybe every couple of weeks and play, like,
the one
for
where
a few
me and you
hours.
went to.
Yeah. I used to play a lot. But it is weird. I used to
You
love
are
it,
quite
but
a good
don't
player.
know.
I was quite shocked at how good you were, actually. Yeah, you're quite good.
Yeah, but then I'm so rusty because, like, I played you. I've probably not played for over 10 years. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So
I'll have to play Duke at pool if I ever got on.
I was reasonable.
Yeah.
I was reasonable. Pool, I'm not too bad at pool.
Well, pool's
You know, I
easy.
used
You
to
just
play-
smack the
yeah, I
fucking
used-
thing, it goes in.
I used to play in the pool team, so I was reasonably good at pool. But
But
snooker,
I-
it's
but
all
back,
different.
But
kettle of
like
fish.
how out my comfort zone I was again. Do you know what I mean? Just for something that I used to rock
Yeah.
up to every week, play no problem. For this to be such a foreign thing to me again, and it must, it sort of makes you think like people coming on the show, it's like how nervous or speak pipes, and it's like it reminds.
I think
me of,
everyone's
like,
been great tonight. who
Oh yeah,
came
of
on, by
course,
the way.
but
I
like
thought they've been great.
It's a big deal, isn't it, to do something that you're not used to doing.
Yeah, definitely.
So thank you for everybody for jumping on. We do appreciate it.
Duke, I've got to ask you a question.
Yeah.
I mean, Chinny described his brush with fame. Have you had a brush with fame? So have you had a brush with someone famous?
I actually shook Newt Gingrich's hand one time,
Who?
and he's an American politician
Who
who
what?
really, really sucks. Newt Gingrich is his name. He sucks. We were doing this human rights meeting.
Why would you shake the
and
hand of someone who sucks?
we were in DC, and we were waiting to get into the building of the place we were staying, and the person was taking longer than we thought, and we're just waiting around out front, and suddenly here comes Newt Gingrich, and we're like, and I said, or someone said, "Are you Newt Gingrich?" He's like, "Yes, I live in this building." And he put his hand out for all of us. And to this day, I still have the sludge and the slime on my hand. I can't get it off.
Wow.
So
Yeah, because it was one of those moments where, like, as soon as I did it, I was like, "Why did I shake his hand?" I should have said, like, "I refuse on principle. You are a terrible person."
You should have put your hand out and then gone and just smoothed your hair. You know, you should have just smoothed the hair.
There's a comedian. Stuart know who he is. There's a comedian called Al Murray, right?
Oh yeah, I
and
know Al Murray.
He has a big interest in World War II and sort of stuff like that. And he did a documentary, and they were going to meet a real life ex-Nazi.
Oh
right.
wow!
So they were going to go to Germany and meet this Nazi. They had agreed to meet this person, and the big debate was whether he was going to shake their hand.
Sure.
And he says, "I don't know what I'm going to do. I feel, you know, he said he was really worried about it. He did shake his hand.
Why would you?
But like, I don't know. But when you hear the story about these young people that were in the army, do they really know what they're signing up for? You know, it's all this sort of debate, really. But
sure.
you know, I mean, I think this bloke was like 16 or 18 when he got roped into the army to be a Nazi. So whether he actually believed in it or whatever, I don't know. But
I mean, there is the peer pressure thing, I guess, and people just
well, a
follow
lot
what
of them
everyone
will.
else is
Still,
doing.
I mean, don't get me wrong. Like, you're still doing the things on behalf of the Nazi party.
Yeah,
It's
yeah,
not
yeah.
as though-
Regardless,
what's your option, though?
believe in it
There's
very
no
much.
excuse.
Yeah, but
There
what's
isn't
your
an
option?
excuse.
Well, right,
Don't
no,
do
you're right.
it.
You may, right, but that exactly. You could be a conscientious objector. There are people who refuse to fight in all sorts of wars.
Yeah.
That doesn't mean you're an evil person. I don't believe in good and evil people, but I do believe in, you know, people taking responsibility for whatever they do, even if they have few other options.
Yeah.
Because you could say the same thing about, like, people who, you know, do drive-by shootings and stuff. Like, there's not a lot of resources in the ghetto, but nevertheless, if you do a drive-by shooting, you do a drive-by shooting, and like,
yeah,
that's still part of what
It
you've done.
is.
And who you are.
We just had a late arrival to the chat. Red Van Man, who I always enjoy.
Yo.
His Instagram's always quite interesting. He just takes pictures of him working, and because he works in the morning, because he's a postman, he gets a lot of like nice morning.
Well, he
shots
does, yeah.
and
He
sort of-
listens to us while he's doing his
Yeah,
post
he's doing
round, doesn't
posts,
he?
yeah. Even though my postman doesn't work in the morning, they work about fucking 2 p.m. these days.
Yeah, they do. They don't bring anything
Well,
till
they
like,
presumably
I
have
don't
a
know, about
long
4
route,
o'clock.
so they
Fuck 'em.
start somewhere.
Aye,
in the
I'm only
morning.
joking.
Man, our post box, you only pick it up once a day now. It used to be twice at one point.
Yeah. So well,
you
you know,
really send that much mail though?
no one said.
I don't know.
No, it's all cuts, isn't it? They're just dicked them
I
out.
was just like
aren't they?
complaining. Yeah.
But no, he says happy 600 show. Sorry, he missed it.
Yay.
And then he said that Al Murray has a great podcast about war history, and it's pretty good. So
Oh, interesting.
Well, he does.
nice.
Before we go, do you want to hear my brush with fame? I don't know whether I've ever told
course.
this story.
Tell us. Man.
I have cooked for Dame Shirley Bassey.
Ooh,
I think you have
don't
told
know
me
who
that.
is.
I think I might have told you
Yeah, I
this,
think
but
you have
I've
told me
cooked
that,
for
yeah.
Dame Shirley Bassey many, many years ago. I worked in a restaurant.
What did she
where
have?
the owner.
Fish and chips,
No, she didn't. She had like this
pie and
weird.
mash.
No, she had this weird trio of meats or something. It was a bit weird, right? But it's many. I was about 17 or 18 at the time, and I was a commie chef in this restaurant, and the owner was a massive fan of Shirley Bassey.
Yeah.
So we went to a show, sent her 24 white roses, and invited her for a meal to the restaurant, right? Well, nobody in their right mind thought she was going to turn up, right?
Yeah.
And he literally closed the restaurant to sort of everybody. And she came
There you
with
go.
her agent and her
Dude.
daughter and a bodyguard, right?
Why
It was the
not?
weirdest thing. And we did this, and I went out and I shook her hand and I met her and I was like, oh, Shirley Bassey.
Was she nice?
She was really chatty, actually, but she was like, I'm not going to do any autographs. So she told me before she came, I'm not doing autographs for anyone.
Well, I suppose it's difficult because some people just want a piece of quite a meal, don't they? And like,
Yeah. I don't want anyone to come to my table. And like the
Tough
guy,
shit, lady. We're here. We're meeting you.
Dean, who ran the restaurant, there was a public phone in the foyer, and he unplugged it so nobody could phone the press or anything to let them know she was there.
Ah, nice.
More difficult to do these days because phone.
Like mobile phones and stuff. This was prior mobile phones, so like nobody knew.
Well, it's a funny story, Stu. I met Shirley Bassey as well.
Get out of town.
And she told me about this young chef she met,
remember
and he was an absolute dick.
He was such a shithead.
Yeah. V8 Murphy in the chat says, "Sorry guys, in Australia, and I'm just catching up on the show now. Big congrats in 600." That's no excuse, V8 Murphy, because we had Jacinta on the show, and she woke up at 5 a.m.
Yeah,
to join
she
the show,
made it,
so-
and she has a kid. So
mind you, it must be about 7:30 or something now, 8 o'clock.
We could have asked somebody who is in Australia what time it is.
So
it must be 7:45. 7:45, I'm guessing.
Quarter to 8, yeah.
7:45 in the morning.
Something like that. So that's fine. Thank you, V8 Murphy, for.
Thank you, man.
We're glad
Another
you're here.
Australian listener.
Bloody hell.
Bloody hell, mate.
Bloody hell.
Is that it? Have we done?
I think it is. Yeah, I think it's quite a long show this week.
Yeah, the shout outs are obviously everybody for joining us.
Yeah,
it's been
absolutely
cool.
Brilliant.
It has been
Yay,
cool.
we love you
But-
all. This is why we do it. We're so glad
is.
that we can, look, I met a new teacher this week. I had to explain to her about this class she's teaching, and, we were just talking about all sorts of stuff. And at one point, I mentioned the fact that I do a podcast. She said, "What's your podcast called?" And I was like, "Actually, I do 2. And of course, once I start talking about the veteran gamers, I got to go into the meeting. So I brought up the clip, and I showed her, the moment when Stu was like, "Ah!"
I don't even know what that clip is. What is that clip?
You're joking, right?
He's joking.
I'm joking.
Okay. But yeah, like I don't know. I'm always happy to share that. Like I think that was such a beautiful moment, and like all the times we've had with play dates and the EGXs and all that stuff. It's I can't imagine really my life without this show. So I'm really grateful to everybody involved for keeping it going and giving us a reason to do it.
I can't imagine your life without me, though, Duke.
Yeah. Very sad. I'd be all right without Stu, but
Yeah,
without
Stu,
Stu-
What are you saying? What do you mean?
To be honest, you'd probably forget Stu in about a couple of weeks, but
I
without
think
me.
Cody's trying to get a rise out of you. He says
Stu?
Trump 2024. What do you
Cody
think?
says, "Happy 4th of
Are you
July,
trying to
Trump
get a rise out of
2024."
me, Agent?
Okay, yeah, no, it's been good, and it's going to be business as usual next week.
It is.
I'm going to try and
I'm talking about Rocket League.
It has.
Rocket League.
It has been a while since I've got my teeth in a video game, so I'm going to make a conscious.
You've not forgotten about you playing my game, bitch.
No,
have you?
no, you'll be happy. I downloaded A Plague's Tale.
Innocence
this week. I bought
Yay.
a game today with money.
Ooh.
Wow.
It takes
Steam
2.
sale?
It's not on game.
It takes
I
2.
love that game. That game's so good.
All
And I've
right.
told Marsh to download his version of it, so we're going to play that
for free. For free.
Okay.
And I've also downloaded Forza Horizon 4.
Oh.
So I'm going to
God.
make an effort next week, Stu.
I feel
to
like the
get some
pressure's on now
games.
because I loved It Takes Two so much. I'm like,
Yeah.
what if Chini hates it?
No, I've heard good things
God.
about it. I don't think.
What
I
if
will.
you oversold it? That's the
I
real
know.
question.
I'm worried now. I'm really worried.
No, but I'm
Not so
gonna-
worried that you'll not oversell things in the future, but
No,
I'm
that'll
sort of
that'll
worried.
never change.
I bet.
That'll never
But the reason why I haven't been playing many games is because I've got so back into snooker in real life that it's
I do like snooker in real life, you know.
so good.
do
I
love
just-
it.
The reason
I
I haven't
just
played
love it
any
so
new
much.
games is because I've been playing Rocket League and Red Dead Online and Minecraft.
So yeah, but I think I'll make
I
a
used to
bit of-
play a lot of golf, Chini, as well. You know, I used to.
I
used to
play
be
golf,
quite
but
a
I'm
good golfer.
shit at golf.
Yeah.
I also
wasn't-
I also
Yeah.
had my hay fever jab this week, so
I don't know if I've ever heard anybody say they're good at golf. I've never heard anyone
was-
be like,
I
I'm
was really-
awesome
my-
at golf.
No,
My
there's
best
one guy.
Shit at it.
My
It's a good
best
walk ruined.
My best ever round was 98.
Yeah, so you broke 100.
Which, I broke 100 once.
If
I
you
only
broke
ever did it
100,
once.
Duke, that's generally seen as pretty good.
That was pretty good, but that's a long time ago.
Stu,
And I
I'm
don't
so
think
bad
I'd
at
be
golf,
anywhere near
I don't
that.
even fucking keep the score. Do you know what I mean? Like, that's how bad I am at golf.
There you go.
But it's never really something I've applied myself to learn.
I used to play nearly every week at one
Yeah.
point.
No, I didn't. do
played
that.
a lot
But
of
the
golf.
problem with golf is that it's so expensive as well. It's just an expensive sport.
It didn't used to be. It is now.
Like I bought some clubs and they were expensive, but I figured that I'm never going to buy new clubs ever again. But
No,
just in comparison, snooker's just such a cheap sport, really. It's just, you buy a cue, 50 quid, 100 quid, whatever, you're done. and then you pay like £3 an hour for a fucking light or whatever mad shit, and that's it. It's over. So
it's true.
It's such a cheap sport.
Snooker is pretty cheap.
Yeah,
it is pretty cheap.
It is great. But anyway, that's enough of that. Well, I think we're done.
I think that's it.
Yeah.
I think flipping heck, that's a long show, but we're done.
It is a long show, but it was worth it because we love
It
you
was
all.
totally worth it. 600, man.
Yeah. And keep the emails flying in, speak pipes flying
keep
in.
'em in, man.
Tell us what you're playing. Any
Episode 601 is just as important as episode 600. Just because it has a nice round couple of numbers, that doesn't mean it's like that 601 isn't also important. So send
this
us
is Duke
some
giving
stuff
us
for
his
that, too.
like every day is your birthday, man. Like whatever.
That's right.
Okay.
If you like this podcast, there is another site you should check out, which is called VGHub.net. And on there, you find a bunch of links to other video game podcasts similar in vein to ours, but different in the way they're delivered. Some have all kinds of sound effects.
Are for old people.
Some talk about
Many
RPGs.
Come
on now. Some might say that.
No one says that.
Then of course you have links to great forums.
You don't have any other friends.
So check it out, VGHub.net. It is a great starting point for your podcast discovery.
Keeping it real.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're done. Oh my god. 600 shows, people.
I'm ending it right after. Oh my god, that's a
It's
good.
a good way to end it.
Cut.
It
Yes.
is.
Thank you, Red Van Man. I love it. People, community, yeah. Hooray!
You see,
Yeah.
I love it when someone puts, I play games that I wouldn't have if I hadn't listened.
Yeah, that is good.
Yeah, there's a
I
lot
like
of
that.
that.
Yeah, I like that.
Robin said that. Bongo said that. We haven't heard from Bongo, but he's. I know he's doing the overseas connection as well. But he used to play Call of Duty, and that was it. And then he listened to this show and he started playing a bit more. And
I think that's great. I think that's the other thing with us because we play such diverse games to each other.
Yeah, yeah, that's true.
But there's still, I mean, that's how games have changed in the last sort of 10 years because I think we used to cover
got more
like
options.
like pretty much everything that we talked about on the show would be pretty much everything that was out. You know what I mean? We try these
Yeah, all
days.
the
There
major
are
releases.
so many genres of things that you'd have to
Yeah,
have like
can't
20
keep
people
up.
on that are all into different things to cover everything. Like we're never going to play
Oh,
Roblox
definitely.
or some fucking well Duke might, but like some sort of like League of Legends or something like as hardcore as somebody else, and then
Kerbal Space Program.
but yeah,
anyone?
it's just there's so many different pockets of video games now. It's just impossible to play
definitely.
them all, to be into them all. So
But we've got a good reflection of the scope here.
yeah, I'd say so.
So, yeah.
I would. I'm looking forward to finding out what you think about the It Takes Two.
Yeah, well, I think Monday or Tuesday, me and Marsh are gonna do a couple of because
It's a bit of a nightmare for me because Millie is just a nightmare at the moment because either she's with a boyfriend, right? Ugh. Or
Boys
she's
are wrong.
working. So trying to freaking like get some time to play with her is just.
or she's being a
nightmare.
wasteman's and staying in bed.
I know. I mean, like she's off tomorrow. But boyfriend's here.
Ugh.
You know what I mean?
Ugh.
So like, it's not happening. And then
Well,
on
you could get him to
Friday,
play, or have
I
the
know.
two of them play. You
Yeah,
watch.
maybe. And then on Friday, I was like, we could play Friday, but she's bloody working.
Oh,
And it's
jeez.
just like, oh my
Why
god.
can't she be just a jobless
And
child?
we
like all
are
the rest
close.
of-
I know we are close
Yeah.
to the end. We're on the sort of last leg of
Come
the
on, Millie,
thing.
you're so close.
I'm just like, oh my god. I reckon we could be wrapped up in 3 or 4 hours. It'd be done.
Yep.
If not less than that. We're
Well, where
very
are our
close.
priorities?
I know.
They're wrong. Yeah.
Just like, oh my god. For
Come on.
God's sake.
God's sake.
We need to
make
get
it
this
happen.
bloody game finished.
Yeah.
It's the longest time it's taken. Like Millie and I, we've played a few games together, and we usually, get through them pretty quick. But boyfriend on the scene, it's a bloody
No,
nightmare.
screwing everything, isn't
That's what
Oh,
happens. You're no longer the only man in her life.
I know. I know, it's just
And
like,
the cat's in the cradle and the silver spoon. I guess that's about a son, but whatever.
yeah, whatever. It works.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ.
Well, all right, fellas. Thank
Yeah.
you for 600 awesome
600,
shows.
man.
Yeah.
600 plus. I mean, this is 600 veteran gamers.
It really is.
So
I mean,
for
when
that-
I'll tell you, actually, it's ridiculous.
He always does
how
this,
many
doesn't he?
we've
I'm
had.
surprised he didn't do this
know.
on the show.
I'll tell you.
I know.
I think it's
know,
like
but I was
680
like,
something.
Are you ready? I'll tell you how many. Oh, for God's sake, I'm going to log in. Whatever. All right, I'll tell you. It is 736 in total.
Fucking hell.
Damn. That's a lot
So,
of shows.
you know, we think it's a lot, 600, but we've done an 136 on top of that.
I remember when we moved to the Veteran Gamers, I didn't want
I
to
know.
change the number. I was like, no, I don't want to change the number.
No, we need to start at 1, didn't you? We needed to start at 1.
No, I still
Did
think
we
we should
need
have
to?
carried
Why?
the number out because you always bring it
I
up every
say it doesn't
fucking
matter
time.
either way.
Like
I know.
every time we got a 600, you're like, yeah, but it's not 600.
736 shows we have
This
done.
is our 800th show. Yeah, but it's not actually
which to be
800.
fair, is not
So
that
here's the
far
math
from
question, though.
1,000.
No.
Well, here's the question. What will our actual 1000th show be?
Oh, that's true.
Well, that is really
Well, you said
our
136?
actual- Well,
You said 136?
136. Yeah.
Yeah, I
So
guess it is.
864 will be our
864 will be our
100th show.
1000th show. Yeah.
So keep track,
Yeah, well,
people. Somebody out there, write down
864 will be our
and ready to-
official 1,000.
Yeah. Well, our
Or
actual
unofficial.
1,000.
Our
Yeah,
actual
unofficial
1,000,
yeah.
unofficial 1,000.
And then we'll observe
But
it
as the veteran
136
gamers, we've got to
shows
wait
later.
another 8 years.
Yeah.
Well, that's your fault.
I know. I
'Cause
know.
I was the
If
one
we'd
who
have
was like,
carried on,
no,
then
we
We
should
could
have.
be celebrating it today.
We should
I mean,
keep-
we could
yeah.
call ourselves any number we want. We could say
We could
like,
just
tomorrow
jump.
We're gonna do our
We could just
700th
jump to
show.
the
Yeah.
true number and not tell anyone.
Exactly. Yeah. And then somebody would spend an hour being like, I can't find this gap of shows.
You've
They
got
just
like
recorded it in 1 week.
What
you
happened?
got 130
We did
shows
100 shows
missing,
in a
and I was
week.
like, no.
We could, you know what we could do? We could record like 136 2-minute episodes.
Yeah.
Where it's just like, okay, the veteran gamers. Hey, what have you been playing? Nothing. All right, bye. The end.
That is quite.
You know,
we
if
could
we
catch
tried
up
to
that
do
way.
that, Duke, it wouldn't even happen.
It really wouldn't.
And by the way, we're on 699,000 downloads.
Damn. Half of those are my mom though, trying to.
We're
get
nearly
work.
up to 1 million
listen to the
downloads,
veteran gamers.
I guess.
Yeah.
Give or take.
Yeah.
Which again is ridiculous.
It's all right.
It is ridiculous. No doubt about it.
Wow.
All right, guys, I'm out. Have a good night.
Okie
Have a good
dokie.
week. I will talk to you in 7 days.
We will. We definitely will.
See ya.
See ya.
See you later.
Bye. Aw.
I'm stopping the stream. Bye.
Bye.